Boom! We made it. Dum Yinzers draft party. Just in time for the first pick of the draft. That's how we do it here. That's how we do it here at the Dum Yinzers. We come right in at the last minute at the right time when we are needed. That's no shock right there. Cam Ward going first. I think we all saw that coming. Good pick right there. They need a quarterback. Might as well take him. Best available. Is he going to be a top 5 quarterback eventually? Probably not. But if you think he can be a top 10 QB, maybe even a top 15, that can help you right there. What up, Derpy?
What's up, Mike? How we doing tonight?
Oh, we good, man. Oh, you got that smoker line. You best get that under control. We got,
Knew was gonna happen.
Cam Ward going first overall. We knew
Mike,
that.
we have a train.
Oh, the Browns are trading to Jacksonville. I figure they're going to go and get Genty. Or not Genty. Or maybe you do think they're going to go get Travis Hunter. Like, that's going to be interesting to see what they do there. But I do like this pick. I like Cam Ward. Like I said,
I knew it was gonna happen because it's been like this for hours now.
Yeah, it heated up. Like Jacksonville was going to make a splash. Everyone thought this waiting for Genty at 5. Did they trade up for Hunter? Do they trade up for Genty? That's what I want to see. That's what I want to know.
They're going for Genty.
Like if I wanted Genty, I would have waited at 5.
Right.
Unless you think the Bears are going to trade. We're going to trade up above you to go get them. You go and do that. But I don't. That's wild if they do, man. It's wild if they do. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man.
We're not even. Oh, okay. Here it is. Really? That's it?
What was the compensation? I didn't see it.
The Browns are trading the 2nd overall pick and the 4th round pick 104 and a 6th round pick number 200 to the Jaguars for the 5th overall pick and the second round number 36 and a 4th round pick 126 and their 1st round pick in 2026.
Wow.
That's a decent trade.
That's a decent haul, but it's going to depend on who Jacksonville gets and who the Browns get, and how the careers play out. You figure out all that nonsense after, but you know what? I just don't know who the Browns are going to get to justify giving away that spot.
Everyone's because I follow my Cavs stuff on guard. All the Cleveland fanatics are like flipping out.
Yeah, because you had a chance to get Abdul Carter, pair him with Myles Garrett. You just disrupt quarterbacks. You never know where those two would come from. You could have stayed there too. It also got Travis Hunter. At worst, he becomes at worst, his floor is a top-notch slot receiver and a top-notch slot corner. That's at worst. Two positions that are in today's NFL premier positions anymore. So you stay there, you get him. Yeah, you need help on the offensive line. Draft an offensive lineman. You need help on the D line. There's some other really good dynamic players out there that you could have got to this team.
If
you miss out on some of these guys, it's going to be nuts. Oh, what are you sending me, Derpy?
Bring that up.
Oh, there we go. Nice one, Derp Dog. Let me see if I can find that screen share.
They are tortilla. That's why they suck.
Yeah. So the 2nd, the 4th rounder, so one picks 104 and 200. And they get the number 5, the number 36, 126, and a 1st next year. Ooh.
But that's
Browns will Browns, and the Jags
exact.
are a bit dumb in the head there.
They picked the pick is in.
The pick is in. Oh, oh man. All right. Come on, ESPN. Come on, NFL. Let us know who got it. Let's get the show on the road, boys. Mm, let's go, boys. Hopefully
Who did they
something.
get?
Hopefully, hopefully something stupid.
Right there it is.
Hunter.
Hunter,
Wow, that was a good move by the Brown, or a good move by
the Jags.
yeah.
Him and
But
Lawrence might be nasty
yeah,
as
but
a
but like
combo.
yeah, like Tortilla's saying, is that too much for him? No, if he
Right.
pans out to be able to play both sides of the ball, that's a really good pick. Wow,
I can't believe they did that.
that is
That's the
that,
most Browns thing ever.
that man. You're giving, if you're giving up a first and 2 seconds for him, those mid round swaps aren't
But that first round pick is nice for them though.
for the Browns getting that first round pick next year. That's smart because they got to recoup some picks from the trade of Deshaun Watson. Yeah, those picks have already been happening, but they lost out on so many first round picks in that. So this right here is good for Cleveland to get some additional draft capital. But man, someone like him, I would have stayed and took him. But you know, two first and the second, you take it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get more pizza.
Oh my God, he's
So I gotta
eating.
get it.
You're eating. We got the fire alarm. We got noise in the background from you, Derby. Come on now, bud. Come on. Be an adult and drink like me. Oh man. Hopefully the rest of the draft is this fun. I want more trades the better. That's all I want. More trades the better. More exciting team. And I hate this thing now where they have to introduce 5,000 people to do one draft pick. Like no. No, I don't care about this former player coming up and making a draft pick. You save those for day three when the draft's boring. Day one, get them in, get them out. Let's move on. Let's get this show on the road. That's nice. You won the Walker Payton Man of the Year, but announce the pick. Let's go. Killing me. No, I don't want to sit here till 10:30 to wait for the Steelers pick. Come on, Goodell. Think about the old heads. He still has yet to announce the pick, at least on the screen that
At
I'm
least we
watching.
know it. At least we know what it is.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. There we go. Be interesting to see how if this cat can pan out. If he can
Hey, Mike.
do the two, yeah.
I'm not going to Cleveland.
Who say? Didn't he say that?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, like I wouldn't. I'd be up there. I go to Cleveland, going to Jacksonville. I don't know which one's worse, going to Cleveland or going to Jacksonville.
I would take Jacksonville because they have a quarterback.
I don't know, man. To me, Trevor Lawrence, I don't know.
It might be
He's hit
past
or
his time.
miss. He's hit or miss. He's never going to live up to that generational talent hype. but I don't know. I just don't know if he's going to live up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Trevor Lawrence. I'm not a big fan of his anymore. I think he might be overhyped. You know, that might be blasphemous to say, but I think Sunshine is not that good.
Hold on.
Wait, like Derpy wanted to do this more than anyone I know, and this is like the third time he's left me.
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, you
I
keep,
just keep muting my mic.
oh,
I'm
you
here.
keep running in and out, man. You're gonna make me drink more.
Go ahead. If it makes.
Well, because I'm a big boy, I get to drink out of my, my chocolate cup, my Nestle
There
cup.
you go. There you go.
That's quick. Yeah, there we go. Let's pimp them out. Maybe they'll be a sponsor. Let's see. So who do you think the Giants are going to go with here at 3? Do they go Shador? Do they go Jackson Dart? Because they're
It's between Carter, Dart, and Shador.
yeah, like Carter would be fun to watch, but with that front that they have, and he can bounce around in multiple spots. That might be a good pick there. Um, if if they go quarterback, it's weird. Why did you sign 2 veterans?
Right.
Tortilla saying Derpy was getting drafted. That's why you left.
You wish, Tortilla.
Oh, I wish you would get drafted. That way you get out of my hair. But no, yeah, with the Giants, man, like, was it their owner's kid had the Jackson Dart hype video, leaked it out onto his Insta, then put the video to private. You know,
The pick
and
is in.
pick his in.
Yep, the pick is in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh, they. Oh, don't. Oh, they.
Where are you catching this info, Derpy? Are you online?
Yeah, I'm on X. I'm on X.
Oh yeah, I just seen it. That's I
So
like that pick.
if you want to pay attention early, just go to that.
Yeah, I'm on there. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on.
Ari. Yeah, the one dude he always be leaking picks early. But with the pick coming up, I kind of like it. That's my guy. This little nugget that Ian Rappaport retweeted because I have the volume down on the draft. So I don't know what's being said, but apparently Travis Hunter had 0 conversations with the Jaguars since the combine. That's a franchise doing a deep dive right there in players' backgrounds and making sure everything's on the up and up. But I guess if you have a good feel of someone and you want to go get them and you don't want to draw attention to yourself, don't interview them. I guess that might be their philosophy. But that's why they're consistently picking up in the top part of the draft. But I don't think you can go wrong with Travis Hunter here. But like Tortilla said, did they give up too much to get him? If it pans out, he probably didn't. If he becomes an all-pro at both wide receiver and corner, he saved yourself 2 draft picks by drafting one guy. So it might work out.
Knowing the Browns, they didn't. The Jaguars didn't give that much.
Yeah, because the Browns can be sitting here and still jack up both picks that they got. That extra second rounder, the first rounder this year, and that first round next year. It's going to be wild. Pick is in. The anticipation is building. Oh, Tortilla has just been drafted by the Giants. Breaking news. Abdul Carter. That's my guy. He was a beast. He's like Micah Parsons. You can line him up all over your front, and anywhere but nose tackle. Exactly, tortilla. Like you're saying about the Jags, they probably did, and like, hey man, that's our guy. That's who we want. And like I say on the show all the time, if you identify a guy and you want him, go get him, and that's what they did. And they played it kind of smart, man. They had everyone thinking they were going Genty round one, and it's tough to say, but the Jags kind of played that one smart.
There's your boy Franklin.
James Franklin, baby. I love how he wins what multiple playoff games and still labeled as can't win the big one.
What do you think? What do you think the Pats do here? OT,
Uh,
offensive line.
they could the dude out of LSU. I gotta pull up my
Who?
big board. Give me 1 second here. I don't have my big board. Where's my big board? I forget his name.
What?
What are you wanting?
The Browns are also taking calls for number 5.
And they got done watching draft day before the draft, and they're making moves like they're Kevin Costner.
Exactly. Oh, Cleveland's got a Cleveland.
Cleveland's going to keep trading out. If you don't think there's any high end talent, okay, let me play devil's advocate here. If you don't think there's any high end talent, but you think there's depth in the draft, okay, I can
That's
understand
crazy.
trading down, building up more picks, and if you get picks for next year too, that helps.
They're
But
doing it
my
on purpose
God,
because it's in Pittsburgh next year, aren't they?
well, that way they can mess it up even more in Pittsburgh.
Right.
Oh my God, that is funny if they do trade away
Everyone's
again
already
for five.
like I said when they because I follow the Cavs and the Guardians stuff up there
Yeah,
with like like certain
yeah,
Twitter accounts, and they were flipping out when they traded out instead of getting Hunter.
I
They were
know.
like doing
Like
crazy stuff.
he's the term gets thrown around a lot, generational talent. But he is like the definition of a generational talent. How many guys are talented enough to be playing on both sides of the ball consistently and at a high level? You don't pass that guy up. You know, like I said, at worst, a bust level, he's still a high level serviceable slot receiver and slot corner. You know,
Oh wow! I think I know who it is.
what up, Jed? Yeah, Will Campbell. That was the
Bill
name.
Campbell.
Tortilla. Thank you. Thank you.
That's who it is.
Oh, Jed, if you only knew about how the hype Derpy is for a defensive tackle,
I am
it,
not. I
in
am
our
not.
group chat, a mere 3 hours before the draft, he's sitting here freaking out, saying he will no longer be a fan if the Steelers draft a defensive tackle. Or if it came to realize that if anyone not from Ohio State gets drafted by the Steelers, he's going to freak out. I'm here. I'm here for the Derpy crash out. Like I am, and I'm here to
You
drink.
can get a defensive tackle in the third and fourth. I don't know why we want to get a first round defensive tackle
Got
when our complete offense is
guys,
terrible.
guys. Mean Joe Green may be one of the greatest players, potentially become one of the greatest players of all time. But by gum, by golly, we can get him in the fourth round. Let's get a guy who sucks in the first round. Come on now, Derby. You know, you, you draft D tackle is still a position of need, not just to stop to run, but to disrupt the passing game of the other teams. No, uh, I, I wouldn't mind Shador, I wouldn't mind Jackson Dart, but those guys to me were later round talents. Don't take them in the first round. If you have guys there at 21 that are first round talents, you take them. You take them. Yeah, I think Grant will definitely be gone. Harmon, he might go to the Broncos. Like, because they're all in on running back, and I can see him going right before the Steelers. I wouldn't mind having Harmon. Or am I thinking of someone else? I'm a bit confused today. All the draft talk has got me all aflutter. Hampton was the guy. My bad. Harmon's the big D tackle. I think he does have nervous diarrhea.
Will Campbell, there you go.
Will Campbell's going.
Hmm.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. A little newshound derpy. Yeah, Ty Robinson. Look for a couple D tackles that I have in mind. Let me see. West out of Indiana. I think he's pretty good. Yeah, CJ West, Alfred Collins from Texans can get him late. Jordan Phillips from Maryland, you probably get him in the fifth round. JJ Pegas, Ty Robinson, they're all in that round of like third, fourth, fifth round guys. That would be great to have. I would love to double dip in that position because we need the talent.
It'd be
Derpy.
so funny if they traded again. I would laugh so hard.
It would be great, man. I want to see it happen. Like more than anything, it needs to happen. And why are there commercials during the draft? Do it like they do in soccer. Just have little advertisers up in the corner.
Exactly, Ryan. I do have nervous diarrhea. Not as much as Browns fans right now, though.
They are, dude. I hope they trade out of the top 10. I want
Right.
to see that happen.
They would crash out so hard.
Look for if they trade back. Look to drop back to 9 with the Bears. The Bears went Genty. Get him at 5.
I can't believe that.
Oh, Steeler freak. That's what I'm talking about. Terry Bongshaw. That's what I like to hear.
Come on, give us something. Give us something funny. Come on. Make me laugh.
Oh my goodness.
You think we
Man.
move up or have a chance to move up or no?
Um hmm. we can expend capital from next year's draft. Because you think we're at worst we're getting fourth round compensatory picks. Because the league will find a way to screw us out of a third round pick. They always do.
Right.
But I wouldn't be a trade to like if we had to package a pick next year, like a third, because we'll figure we'll have at least 2, maybe 3 fourth round picks that next year you can package up to move into the third round at some point. If we find a guy that we want, go ahead and go do it. I'm not opposed to it. That's my philosophy. You see someone you like, go grab them. Don't wait. They were either going to pan out or
Oh,
not.
there it is. They did not trade back.
But Derpy, we haven't even announced picks yet. Don't spoil them from the Twitter. You
Oh,
can message. You can message me in the private chat, Derpy.
okay.
Yeah, John. What? I'll see if I can get them for you. Yeah, let the draft come to you. I agree. Just let the board fall. Derpy. Newshound, I like it. What up, Steve? There you go. That's the kind of promotion I'm talking about. Leaving the McAfee show for the Yinzers. I love it.
I
Thank you.
love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Checks in the mail. Now go spam their board and tell them to come on up. Yeah, John, you're right. They're going to be going for a QB next year. That's why we need to lose with Mason, so we can get our good pick next year. That's why we go D line this year, so the offense can suck. We can get our quarterback next year. Derpy, what kind of sounds were those, my friend?
And I was drinking pop.
It sounded kind of sexual there. What are you slurping on back there, buddy? It's the family show. Is Peaches over there? Why are you keeping it in the family, Derpy? That ain't right. All right, so the Browns up next. Or they got their guy? No, they're up next. Oh, that's right. Will Campbell got them tiny T Rex arms. I forgot about that. Like Kenny Pickett's baby hands. He got them baby arms. If you play with good technique, that's not going to be a problem, right, Steve? It's the Browns. You know, Browns are going to Browns. I think I even put that on Twitter when like before the draft when there was talk about them trading. They always find a way to mess it up. Oh, that might be the new T-shirt tortilla. Derpy's herpes. They
No, it's 162.
well, yeah, but I think for football season, Derpy's gonna be Derpy's herpes. That's the name of my fantasy football team this year, by the way. Like, why are you fasting while you're smoking? That's gonna make you even more hungry. I'm trying to figure that one out. Oh, all right, Derpy. What are your thoughts on the Browns here?
Um, can I say it or?
Don't spoil the pick.
Well,
You know the
Browns are
pick.
the I know the pick. The Browns are the Browns, but it's a solid pick for them.
Yeah, you actually agree with this pick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with the trade back, but like
Yeah,
it's a solid pickup because it boosts you know what?
yeah. It's a position of need for them, but I still think
They should have stayed where they were.
they stayed where they were, man. You get one guy that can do two things instead of one guy who can only do one.
Right.
And is that player going to be doing one position better? Is he going to be better than Travis Hunter doing two? And that's what the big thing is going to come down to.
Here's the next big one. Vegas is next. Is Genty off the board?
Yeah, if Genty doesn't go here, I think Genty flies off the board to the Raiders. Since Jacksonville didn't take him, he goes there. And it's the way he plays. I think he'll fit in nice with that team.
Who's that 8 again? Carolina. I
I
think
believe
so.
so. I believe so.
That's who I wanted to trade with, but like them or the
Hmm.
Jets.
For Pittsburgh to trade up that high,
Yeah, I wanted to get a quarterback, but oh well.
ooh, well, we'd have to give up next year's first to do that, and I don't think they're going to do that with the draft being in Pittsburgh next year.
Right.
That'd be weird. It fell over on his derriere. Of course, Derpy has the TV blaring. I love it. What was I looking for? I was looking for the Browns depth chart and see who they take here.
Correct. Mike.
Mason Graham. That's a good pick right there. That guy's going to be a monster in the middle. Rogers, Sanders, DK, GP, the Suicide Squad.
Did you get that pick?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who's next.
Yeah. Mason Graham, I like. That's going to be him in the middle. Then you got Miles Garrett on the other side. Ooh,
That's pretty scary, not gonna
that's
lie.
pretty. Yeah. I'm glad we invested in center last year. Glad Mason McCormick got some playing time last year. Yeah. Yeah, Steeler figure. There's a lot of holes in this draft. We're not going to get them all filled, but build for the future. Maybe that's why I kind of like don't go quarterback this year. I fill my holes, ride with Mason Rudolph.
Oh, instantly the Raiders picked.
I would too if my guy's there. I'm running up the podium.
That's a good pick for them. I mean, you know who it is.
Yeah,
That's a scary pick for the
yeah,
Raiders, actually,
yeah.
because
But this pick for the Browns right here, man. That's
like I said, it boosts their
yeah.
They love their defensive linemen.
Oh yeah, we saw in the Super Bowl, man, what a good D line can do to an offense. Yeah,
Right.
they totally shut down the Chiefs offense. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't throw the ball. Yeah. I think Ryan might actually be having dinner with Aunt Peaches. I think that's where he's at. Zach Frazier, like about Mason Graham. That's going to be a fun battle, those two. I can't wait to watch that one. Yeah, Zach Frazier was what he wrestled in high school. I'm not sure if he wrestled collegiately as well. But my God, I think that's gonna be a fun battle in the middle.
I wonder what the Jets do here.
Derpy, we haven't even made it through the Raiders pick yet.
I know, but we already know who it is.
Yes, but remember, Derpy, we are presenting as we don't know.
Fair enough.
So you have to talk about the current pick, not the 1-3 picks down the line that you already know the future on.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's Steeler freak. That's what I'm thinking too. The backup quarterback, or someone who could potentially be a starter. Like, not a big Will Howard fan, but he does have traits that, in the right scheme, right system, he can be an effective quarterback and just an effective game manager. Um, at worst, he's a nice backup. He's a Mason Rudolph type guy. The quarterback I'm steering away from is Show, whatever the hell his name is, from Louisville. That cat is scared of his own shadow. You watch the line breakdown, and he's terrible. Where's the fun in just telling you, Jen?
Oh, there we go.
And Derpy is all over it.
Adam Schefter, 4 minutes ago. Carolina has been fielding calls about trading the number 8 pick. Mike.
What was that, Derpy?
Carolina has been fielding calls about trading the 8th pick.
Mm,
Mike, do we do it?
I don't think so.
Do we do it?
They're not going to do it. There we go. Ashton Genty.
There we go. That is a
I,
great pick for the Raiders.
I do. I like that pick. That's a
It's just unfortunate he has to go to the Raiders.
yeah.
Because there's better systems out there. It's just like
Well,
it's the Raiders. It's the
yeah.
Raiders.
But you got what Geno Smith at quarterback. You got Jacoby Myers at wide receiver. They could have won receiver here as well. But you also have Brock Bowers too, a great tight end and operates more as a
I
wide
forgot
receiver.
that Brock.
Yeah. Center, they got Jackson Powers Johnson at center. So I like this pick out here. Um, dude is hard to tackle. He, I know people want to say that the conference he played in and the competition, but go back and watch that Penn State game. That Penn State front was all over him, and he was still making guys miss, still breaking tackles, still picking up the yardage. He's tough. He's a tough running back. Now the thing is that, like, how effective will he be in the pass game, catching the ball and pass blocking? Those are two things he's going to have to work on. But if he's running for 1,500 yards a season, yeah, you're okay with a little missed pass block here and there. But just watch him run, man. Guys can't tackle him. He keeps moving. He keeps falling
What
forward,
do you
like
think the
Ryan always
Jets do
says.
here?
Oh, you don't know yet?
No.
Oh, God.
I was thinking Tyler Ward.
Ty Warren would be a Nice pick. Him. I know people like Loveland, the other tight end, guy from Michigan. That wouldn't be a bad pick. Um, my God, you want they want what
Oh wow,
tackle?
they went tackle.
They want tackle because
Yeah.
yeah. Well, guess who their starting right tackle is? It's Chukwuekorafor. For
Oh god.
yeah. They do have Olaf Ashanu on the left
They
side, who
went.
is a good pick.
They went the Mizzou guy.
Oh, oh God, what's his name?
Oh no, I got it.
Yeah,
Armin Membu.
Membu,
Yeah.
Membu. Yeah,
Yep. He just went.
man, I like it. Get some of these offensive linemen out the way. Let's get another. It's a couple
Yeah. The
people.
Carolina's trying to trade the eighth pick. Mike. I don't know.
Who's going to trade with them? Like,
Right. I want to trade personally up, but I know it's not
so
gonna happen.
you want to trade up and you want to get who? Sanders, Dart
Either or.
at 9. Do you think they're worth the top 10?
I would say maybe.
Well, if you're a
It's a
GM and you think
gamble.
it is it's the draft. Every pick's a gamble.
Right.
You never know who's going to pan out. Everyone thought,
It depends on what we would give up for it, though. But
yeah,
knowing Carolina, they wouldn't. I don't think they would ask for much.
I don't know. I think trading up where the Steelers have to trade from, you're going to have to give up a first next year. We saw 2 to 5 cost a first round draft pick.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know, buddy. Let's see. I haven't seen this derpy excited since the neighbor's dog went into the heat. Like,
Dang.
he's been hyped for like a week for the draft, man. He just can't stop talking about it. I thought I was bad. Like Tortilla's saying, derpy, let the
Here's
draft
the
come
tip:
to us.
Go to X and go to Don Kleiman, okay, and then you'll get the draft early, okay.
Oh, you follow that fake account, that clickbait account?
Dov Kleiman, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Ugh. Ugh. Of course you do.
Greer and Albert Greer, I follow him too.
Yeah, he ain't bad. Did Derpy run out again? You got to go feed the midgets. What the hell's going on at that household, Derpy?
Still can't believe the Browns did that.
I know it's wild. It's
That's
wild.
why.
You know,
That's what. He's a franchise. He's almost a franchise game-changing player, and you trade away from that.
it's just great, man.
It's just
It's
great.
just great. I got to pull their team back up again because I don't have their depth chart memorized yet.
He was already dancing, saying, "I'm not going to be a Cleveland Brown."
Because you
I
could have
already
had
know.
because your wide receivers are Jerry Judy, Cedric Tillman, Michael Woods, Jeremiah Trask, DeAndre Carter, David Bell. I'd take Travis Hunter over all of them. Then your corners, Greg Newsome, who won it out. Denzel Ward, didn't he won out?
All right.
You know, at worst, he's your third corner in there playing in the slot. At worst, he's your number 2 receiver right off the bat. 2 positions knocked out that you don't have to spend draft capital on. And like we've been talking, you can find defensive linemen later in the draft. You don't have to draft them at 5. Now, if this dude turns out to be, like a Jalen Carter type stud, great pick. But, is it going to be all that you need? But, that team has a lot of holes up there. But, Browns will the Browns.
Exactly. Browns will Browns.
I love it.
I just,
Oh,
I. Just
they're killing me, man. Uh,
They're just
enjoy it now before we do something stupid.
exactly, exactly.
you know, just do it now. But enjoy it now before we do something stupid.
Oh man. Oh,
Lose Sassel out of Penn State. Oh, I got trade back. Take advantage of the teams. Go ahead, do it. And yeah, Steeler Freak, you're right with Sanders. It's gonna be the media scrutiny is gonna be off the charts for him, no matter what he does.
The Jets are on the board. Let's see what they do here.
Do we even? Oh, you already spoiled the pick.
I did.
Screw it, Derby. Just start spoiling the picks.
All right.
You know, Jen said you do it. We're gonna listen to Jen. If anyone complains, forward all complaints to Jen.
He went offensive tackle. Uh, Armand. I can't even pronounce. Like, how do you pronounce that, Mike?
Armand Membu
Membu from Mizzou.
from Mabu from Mizzou, baby.
Now, the interesting thing here is what the Carolina would do because, like I said, they're marketing the eighth pick because of the effect of Genty off the board.
Yeah. But this pick by the Jets is nice. You get your two bookend tackles.
Right.
Um,
It
kind
protects
of,
Fields.
yeah, that's what the Steelers tried to do in back-to-back draft. Get your bookend tackles. Now, ours is still a wait and see. Theirs is, they're doing might be a step ahead because Fashawn is so much better than Broderick Jones. But it's all going to depend on how for the Steelers how Fatone pans out. But it's right here. It's a smart move by the Jets. Not sexy at all, but a smart move. Build the trenches. You can never go wrong by building the
The
trenches.
trenches. Yep.
Because, Breesy Hall's on a bad running back. Garrett Wilson, I like. I think he's a really good receiver. Alan Lazard, no. But, maybe they could have went tight end there. Would have made more sense. Give your quarterback a weapon. But, give him an O-line, give him time to stand back there and read the field. Maybe that's what they're going with right there. I just find it funny. Aaron Rodgers comes there and they're
Oh, they got a pick.
5-12. Well, the pick is in. They're not trading.
Nope, they're not trading. I don't see
Oh,
anything yet, so
the Newshound Derpy.
they might not get one spoiled here.
No, it has. Yeah, I'm checking too. Nothing has popped up. Man. Yeah, 330 pounds. Dude doesn't even look like it.
No, he
Back in
doesn't.
my back in my day.
That does
Back,
not look at 300 pounds.
I know back in my day, like 300-pound offensive linemen look like me. Beer guts falling all over the place. Now they have
What
six
do the
pack.
Panthers do here if they don't trade? You know what I mean?
Wide receiver. You can take Luther Burden. You can take
I would go. I would go Texas
Tatua-
receiver. I would go
uh
Floyd.
you can go with him. You can go with the dude from Arizona, McMillan,
I would go
big
Floyd.
tall receiver.
Eh,
Like I wouldn't be opposed if I'm Carolina to go wide receiver. Shit. Yeah, that team needs so much help. So much
oh,
help.
they took him. They
We
took their
named it like
They took their Arizona.
yeah, they took him. Yeah, yeah, because your number one receiver right now is Adam Thielen and Xavier Leggett.
Oh God, they suck. That's terrible.
Yeah, you need
How do they still have Thielen? He's so old.
and they signed him to that big contract, man. He made all that money.
That's stupid.
Yeah, for what he did up in
Minnesota.
Minnesota next to what Stephon Diggs and then Jetta for a couple seasons. He was a great compliment. Everyone covered the studs, and this guy was wide open for Kirk Cousins to just throw him easy
Here's the
passes.
interesting part, Mike.
Yeah.
New Orleans is next.
Yeah, there's talk like if New Orleans does not go to take Shador, he's going to free fall.
Is it Shador or is it Dart?
Or do they not go quarterback? They have what, Spencer Rattler on the roster.
That is true.
Do you put your faith in Spencer Rattler to be competitive or to tank and get a better pick next year? You know?
Dang. Okay, John. Thanks a lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thanks a lot, John. I appreciate
Oh, that's the comment of the night. That's
it.
getting pinned.
I appreciate that, John. Means a lot to
Derpies, herpes, slurpees. Oh. Steeler freaking of all of his info from us. Oh,
me.
oh. That's where you fucked up. You trusted us.
Timmy.
And the lords of the underworld.
have you seen South Park, right?
No,
No, that's a sarcasm, right?
no,
You never seen South Park.
no, kitty.
Oh, fair enough. Have you seen the episode where Timmy and Jimmy are part of a gang?
Oh, they joined the Crips.
Yes, I just watched that.
Yeah.
I never seen that episode. I just watched it. That is hilarious.
You guys, when we have a problem at church, we have a lock-in.
A Luckin.
And then the lock-in, the Crips and the blood, I was dying. That was some good shit. Good call, Derpy. Steve, of course you would love the Shriner commercials. Yes, Richard, the Lords of the Underworld. Timmy and the Lords of the
Timmy.
Underworld. He fucking killed it on those drums, man.
Yes, but the eighth pick of the NFL draft, 2025 NFL draft. Jeez, I can't speak.
Jesus Christ, Derpy, get it together, man.
Is Tet McMillan, Arizona receiver.
This cat has boom or bust written all over him, though.
That is true.
If big body receiver like him, man, if he hits, look out. Like, he can potentially become like another DK Metcalf. Okay, you'll take that. Or is he going to be another big body receiver that disappears out of the league like Chase Claypool? I think it's like Steve Smith was talking about his. I don't want to speak out of turn if I got the receiver wrong, but I think he didn't like his route running ability or like the way he works his route tree. But a lot of people said the same thing about Metcalf when he came into the league, and he's gotten better at it. Hey, you got the shortest quarter.
I don't know. This guy's like, I don't know. Did you see that guy on the television? He was like he's so like confused and I don't know, like unhappy
Yeah,
that it was Tet McMillan or that was funny.
it's going to be. You got the shortest quarterback in the league. Now you got one of the biggest receivers in the league. Hopefully, the little guy down there can see him over his line. But Bryce Young did heat up at the end of the year though.
He did. That is true.
He did. You got to give it like after his benching, he came back a different player. And that's what you want to see out of your guys. How they
All right.
respond to adversity.
We are now 12 picks away from the Pittsburgh Steelers first.
Oh, you can't wait. You're. I'm loving this, Derpy. Loving the excitement out of you.
Only an hour and 30 minutes away.
Yeah, I know, right? I looked at the timer. I'm like, my God, it's been like what? 50 minutes. And oh my God, Saints got it in. Is it Shador?
It might be Shador.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've seen that they like Jackson more than Shador.
Yeah.
But that could have been smokescreen.
Yeah, I know, but I know some people had Jackson Dart as their QB too. So we'll see. But I like that. I'm liking all these picks so far. They make sense. That means we're gonna mess it up somehow.
Right.
Yeah. Hmm. The Saints take Calvin
Wow!
Banks Jr.
They didn't take either of them. Wow.
Ooh.
Are we in play?
Wow.
Are we in play, Mike? Are we in play?
I don't know. Like if they come to us, maybe. But man, Calvin Banks.
Wow.
Wow. Huh? He was
That's
rated
not
at.
that's not bad for them.
He's rated the number 20 according to PFF. And who knows what other draft service
Quick
has
go
him?
though. It looks
They have
smart.
him rated as the 22 overall prospect, and you pick him at 9.
Right. That's crazy.
You hope you hope that you know he's a whole hell of a lot better than that. But my God,
Where are the Packers at right now?
um,
Because what if we trade? I don't know. I'm just giving an idea. Maybe
Packers pick
trade
after
GP.
us. They pick at 23.
Maybe trade GP for the 22nd.
They're not gonna give a first round pick for George Pickens.
Maybe a second.
No, you're gonna get a third round pick for him.
Oh,
That's all you're gonna get for him, Derpy, because of the contract, his attitude and demeanor on the field.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
if he had a still under more had more time on a rookie contract, you might be able to get more out of him. But no,
I think we have a chance to get either or now. Jackson or Sanders now.
I don't have cable TV, antenna only. Shriner and Boner Pill commercials only.
Yes, they are tortilla.
Oh,
I'm shocked right now, Mike, of them taking Banks.
yeah, like, I was surprised that he went that early. I thought he would be a mid round pick.
This. So what did Chicago do next then?
Chicago at 9. Oh, um,
Defense,
Ty
safety.
Warren,
Ty Warren wouldn't be bad for tight end. Yeah,
because they got Cole Komet, but I think
he's
Warren can be
okay.
better than that. And Warren, he can do a lot of things. Defense,
I would say
yeah,
safety corner. No,
yeah.
not corner.
No,
Maybe
well,
linebacker.
I'd go corner. I'd go linebacker. It's the Bears. You're going
Right.
everywhere but quarterback and running back. I think they like
They
the
got
running backs they
they got
have.
everything situated. Maybe receiver.
They could. Roma
Cause
Jones did not have a great rookie year, but Antoine Randall, their new receiver coach, had said he was his number one receiver last year. So, but
we'll see.
and they revamped that offensive line. I liked.
I was impressed with the Bears this offseason.
Yes, last offseason everyone gave it a lot of hype just because they went out and got all the wide receivers, but you don't give your quarterback time, you're not going to be able to complete anything. We saw that in the Super Bowl. Mahomes didn't have time and couldn't do diddly poo.
There it is. I am so surprised they took him. They don't even
Mm-hmm.
have. I'm like shocked.
Yeah, but the
What does this
Bears,
What does this mean though?
means a lot of things.
It means the Steelers might get a quarterback in the first round.
Could be. I don't know, but here you got Jalen Walker still on the board.
Is
People
that a linebacker or
line
safety?
linebacker. A lot of people said he might be a better all around prospect than Abdul Carter. And
He should go to the Chicago if anything.
then you got Ty Warren, Colton Loveland, excuse me, the two tight ends, Will Johnson, the corner, Johnny Brown, the corner. There's some guys there. Some good players still available. Jihad Campbell. I'm just taking a guy named Jihad.
That's what I. That's
like I want him to go to Buffalo because you know about their coach and his a pregame speech where he referenced Al Qaeda or some shit. So
really.
people are like, oh hell yeah, man, Jihad Campbell would fit right in. Bear Bears pick
Pick
is
is
in.
in.
Let's
Who
see.
is it?
Let's see. Refresh.
Refresh. Refresh. Refresh. Dang it. Refresh.
Now it's a
Give it
race
to
between.
me.
Whoa.
Whoa. Pause. Thank you for.
Oh, they take Colston Loveland, the tight
Okay.
end. Wow.
Okay. That's not a bad pick.
That's not a bad pick.
But I don't.
Like
I don't know how I feel about it because it's the Bears.
Bears.
They pick
I
a lot of.
I like it. I like Tyler Warren
I
more
would.
just
I would
because
have
I'm a
took.
Penn
I
State
would have.
guy.
I would have took Warren over Loveland.
See, Loveland, like the way they were described, like their player comps. Loveland's more of the what did they say? More of a Travis Kelsey, and Warren's more of a Kittle. So either way, you can't go wrong with either tight end. It's which one do you want?
That's fair. I thought they would go defense though. Off schedule release.
Let's see.
What are they doing?
What the hell is going on?
I have no idea, man.
I don't know.
Back to drinking and back to
I
talking.
don't know, but I do like me some Colleen Wolf.
So,
Well, she knows what she's talking about too. Mm-hmm.
Colston
Which
Loveland, how? What do you think?
I like it. Good pick. I'm more of a Ty Warren guy myself, just because I'm a Penn
Same.
State guy. But like I said, Loveland's not a bad pick. You need weapons now that you totally adjust your offensive line. You go out and get them. Good pick. I like it. I like it. Surprising, the Bears are starting. They've had a really good offseason. But can they make the jump? Make the jump? Can they, escape their, you know, their past, their history? Oh, mistakes were made, Tortilla. Mistakes were made.
May 14th, okay. May 14th, Mike, is the schedule release.
Yeah, we talked about that on the show.
Uh,
That you were a part of.
I didn't realize that's when it was.
That's the way to live life there, John. That is the way to do it. Stoned and happy. I've been off from work all week, and that has been me. This is the soberest I've been all week. And I think we need to rectify that. Right, Derpy?
Right. Beep.
I know. Like, we haven't heard the fire alarm since I yelled at you. Just watching my face get redder and redder the more I drink and the more I talk. Watching the blood pressure rise. This is what I'm talking about.
Dude, I swear, if we pass on either Dart or Sanders, I'm gonna be mad. Even if he wanted defensive lineman, if he's there, you can't pass on either.
If they don't like them, though, if they don't think they have the talent to be the future of the franchise, why take them?
Stephen Michael.
That's right. Mongo died.
They're booing him because he's Bears.
That's why I love sports fans, man. They're like real life shit. No, we're gonna boo the piss out of you. They're tough, man.
Wow. Williams to the 49ers.
Williams.
Michael Williams, the
Oh,
Georgia.
Mike. Oh, wow.
That's a good pick for San Francisco losing all that.
Wow.
That's scary actually. I mean, at least it's not the
That was
Eagles,
an
but that's scary. That's a good pick for the
that's an
49ers.
overdraft though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Eh. Yeah.
He's what? Edge?
Yeah. But they needed one.
That's wild.
Right. They're booing him. They're booing you through the TV.
I can hear it, yeah.
They're booing him so loud.
But okay, this is wild.
I know it's a wild pick, but I mean, it makes sense. They've lost a lot on defense.
I don't know, man. It's just some places have him like the 38th overall prospect.
He's like, we're going to Chicago. Woo! We're going to the Bears. Woo!
Dang.
We're not going so far from Michigan.
Wow. That's just weird.
That is a
But the Niners are doing that. Like you could have got him later in the draft. I don't get it. Like I understand if you like your guy, but someone who potentially can be there way later. I don't know. Don't know, Derpy, how I feel about that pick. That's to me, it's the big head scratcher.
Dallas is next. Who do you think they're gonna take?
Um,
Receiver? Emeka?
hmm,
Emeka? Or Boyd?
they
Maybe.
could.
No, they could go Boyd because it's Texas. Texas.
Yeah, but they need a lot of stuff too.
They need a running. Don't wait. Don't they need a running back or no?
They do.
Watch them get Henderson.
If they take Henderson in round one, that would be the biggest draft surprise in a long time.
That's fair.
Do they take Ty Warren? Do they like Jake Ferguson?
Don't take a tackle. Don't take
Yeah.
Simmons. Don't take Simmons
Yeah.
or that North Carolina, no, North Dakota guy.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but yeah.
He's like, I'm going to Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, but like with the guy that San Fran's taken, like he's 28th overall, 21st
Yeah, he could
overall,
have went.
30th over.
He's a
You could have
little
traded back, but if you can't find anyone to trade back, screw it, you take your guy.
right.
But man.
That's a
But yeah, looking at Dallas, what they need, shit. They need everything. Like everything. They can like a corner I could see going here. Um
watch us take Jackson Dart.
yeah, I
Every
wouldn't be opposed to it, but
okay, Mark. Okay.
oh, what up, Mark Malone? Sneaking in there.
He called me Bill.
Well, that's hey, he's not wrong. Bears still suck. Yeah, they do.
That was a great. That was such a great segment. Did you see that before we got on stream?
No.
Oh, dude. I think it was Clay Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "This is a message from." He said, "This is a message from President Trump," and it was a message saying the Bears still suck in a paper.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's that. Even the Bears fans laughed at it.
Here we go. the tackle from North Dakota that they're going to take, Greg Zabel. That's a Dallas move. That has Dallas written all over him. We're
That
gonna
is
we're gonna draft a tackle no one's heard of. Remember that year they drafted that center out of nowhere that no one knew. For the most part, they thought he would. Everyone thought he'd be like a third round pick, and they get him in the first round.
right. Well, what do we do for Dallas?
Oh, they did. Their needs are running back, wide receiver, guard, center, edge.
Who's
Mike
out
Green,
there?
Mike Green out of where's he out of? Marshall? Is it
Yeah,
Marshall?
yeah, yeah, Marshall. Yeah,
Yeah, I him. You pair him with Micah Parsons in, or as the eventual replacement for Parsons because he wants a new contract.
right. They could still get an
Or
edge in the later second rounds. They could get probably steal JT or Jackson or something like that. Matthew
mm,
Golden to Dallas would make sense.
yeah, just because he's in Texas.
Yeah, but I don't see it yet, so we'll see if that's true or not.
Why does my computer keep doing this to me? You got some Jimmy Dean commercials going on there, Derpy.
Yes, sir.
Of course you do. Give me some Jimmy Deans.
Jimmy James.
Oh, Shador. He's gonna fall right to 21, and Mark Malone's gonna lose his shit.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping so.
Damn, Derpy. You want Mark Malone to have a bad evening?
Yes. You call me a doho.
Well, he's not wrong.
He is wrong. He's 100% wrong.
I don't know about that.
No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
Oh man.
They're on 12
Pick
after this
12
11th.
already.
After this 11th pick.
Oh my god.
They're taking
We're
forever
yeah.
with
It's
these
what
stupid commercials.
9:22. Yeah.
With these stupid commercials. Nobody cares about these things.
Literally no one does.
Oh wait, it's an army person.
I don't care. I literally do not care. It's time and place for it, and the place is not right now.
U.S. forces in Japan.
Oh my god. All that for that.
Oh, here comes the USA.
Cheap pop. Cheap pop. This is a wrestling gimmick through and through. Where's The Rock? Is he going to come out and get someone to the rock bottom?
Dun 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 dun. Oh wait, wrong theme.
Oh.
With the 11th pick,
11th pick, an hour and 8 minutes into this. We've had this pick now for 45 minutes. Derpy, you rocked the month of May.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you.
Dallas, man, they don't even have their pick in yet. Are they trying to trade out? Oh, never mind.
What they
Never
do?
mind. They take with the 12th overall pick Alabama guard Tyler Booker.
Oh, that's a good
You
pick.
can book it. You can
Book
book it
it.
with Booker
Book it. Where'd you see that at?
on Twitter.
Oh, I see him. I just seen it. That's a
Wow.
good pick. That's a good pick for them. They always stack up their line, dude.
They always do have a good offensive line. Yeah, it's an important.
It's unfortunate they have Dak Prescott as their quarterback, though.
Like Dak's like he's one of those guys, man. Puts up great numbers.
He's
Was
Kirk
what
Cousins.
he is. He actually is Kirk Cousins, and I love the people who love Kirk Cousins but hate Dak Prescott. Like they're the same guy. They're gonna give you the same production, but then come crunch time in the playoffs, they're gonna fold. Like Tony Romo. Tony Romo will put up great numbers regular season. Come time for the playoffs, you choke it away. You know,
We are.
they're not clutch. They don't have the clutch gene in the playoffs. In the regular season, Dak Prescott's a great quarterback. I'd love to have him, but the playoffs, no.
We are 9 picks away, everyone.
The NFL can milk a male boar. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can milk anything.
We are nine
Yeah.
picks away from the Steelers' first round draft pick. Make sure you hit that sub and like button, and boom.
And don't forget to turn on the notifications. Come on, Derby.
Don't forget to turn on notifications as well.
Oh,
Boom.
there you go. Boom goes the dynamite. Boom goes my blood pressure. Oh,
How many drinks you in, my friend?
it's only number two.
Only number two. All right.
Only number two. But I'm drinking under a lot of lights, so it's not the most comfortable.
Yeah, it's hot, right?
Yes. Let the draft come to us. That's what I
Well,
tell.
I told you the option to go on to X or Twitter.
Let the draft come to us. That's what I tell all my dates. Just let it come to us. Just let it come.
That is a good pick for Dallas, though. I like.
Are you sure, Derpy?
I'm pretty sure.
PFF big board rank 48.
Oh my.
But he's here at the combine, so that tells me that the NFL personnel around the league. I like this reaction. This guy, I like this cat. Excitable. I like it. I want to see my big lineman move like that. But that tells you that internally he had a lot of buzz in the NFL. Like they knew he was going to be a first round pick. Wow. I like that comment. When a Hall of Famer retires and you draft someone who has that potential, way to put all the pressure on the kid.
Wow.
Get a room, you two. Get a room, you two.
everything, Steve M. Everything.
Come on, Derby. Narrow it down to a position. You're all about this, man. Narrow it down, buddy.
Well, there's there's two rooms I don't like on our depth chart right now, and that's running back and quarterback.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones that I don't like right now. So if it was either position, I'd be happy with one of them.
Yeah, quarterback is the biggest need, but I just don't know how much better Shador and
Right.
Dart are right now, or potentially be better than Mason Rudolph. You know, uh, I think they're all kind of the same type of quarterback. You're gonna get the same amount of production out of them.
We are eight
Uh,
picks away, my friend.
yeah, Steeler freak. Minnesota Vikings. I know it. I think it happened to them twice, and another team once. I remember Minnesota because I watched that shit happen as teams come running up to jump in front of them. I think they lost about like 2 spots. Derpy got like 45 conversations going on in the background. I love it. At least he's not watching YSU bowling. The
Yeah,
night we
they
did it.
won though. They won though.
But Derpy, you're all about let's do this mock draft thing live, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it for you. I'll moderate it for you.
I only watched it because someone I graduated with was.
But still, we were in the middle of what we needed. Yeah, Mason
That was
did
the
show a
only
little
reason
bit,
why I
man.
watched it. She was a coach, so.
Yeah, I get it. But no, like Mason, like every time he stepped in for the Steelers, he's shown something. And like the guys respond to Mason Rudolph, and that's a huge, huge component of it, man.
What does
They
Miami do here, my friend?
I don't know. Let me finish my thought here. And now I lost my thought, but no, like the guys do respond to Mason Rudolph. They like him, and that goes a long way. They have the confidence in him. Mason throws a great deep ball, a catchable deep ball. He's not afraid to go across the middle of the field too. So run it with Mason Rudolph. Worst case scenario, we're picking in the top 10. We can get a guy. Jen, I like that. I don't know, Jen. I'm kind of rooting for Aaron Rodgers to come here. Don't kill me. Please don't. Do not kill me.
Hunt him down.
What? I think he gives us the best chance to win right now.
Pick is in.
Let's see. Tackle, guard, center, D line, corner. Do we see Will Johnson or Johnny Brown go off the board here? They go wide receiver since Tyreek Hill is being a nutcase.
That is true. They could go Boyd here. He is. They could go Boyd. Or what's his name from Missouri?
Burden.
Burden.
Yeah, which I think would be a good pick. That's who I would. If we take a receiver in round 1, he's the guy I want.
You want Burden?
Yeah, I think he'd be a great number 2 if we lose if we lose DK, and then I think you
DK, you made GP.
yeah GP. Thank you. I was scrolling through something and I saw DK's name, but no, I think he would be a great addition if the Steelers would take him. But I just don't think we're taking wide receiver in round 1. I think they really do like George Pickens and will do what they can to keep him. Exactly. Rodgers, DK slants, give it to me all day long. And if we take a quarterback in round 1, that does not preclude us from taking someone else in the 4th round. To do what teams used to do that occasionally. I know, who was it? Washington. They did that the year they drafted RG3 in round 1, and they went Kirk Cousins round 3. Hedge your bets.
Ooh!
Derpy, are you and Aunt Peaches doing something?
That's a good pick for Miami.
Okay, enlighten the class.
Kenneth Grant.
Oh, I like it. That's one of the guys I was hoping Steelers would take in the first round if he fell.
That's who I wanted if
Yeah,
Lyman was there.
Yeah, big old D tackle from Michigan. Damn.
He goes to Miami, folks.
Yeah, I like it. Good pick. Good pick. That still leaves Derek Harmon and Walter Nolan on the board.
Oh, Colts select Tyler Warren, too.
Yeah, all day, every day, they were running up with that pick. That was the quickest pick of the evening.
That's crazy.
That's a good pick for the Colts right there. I like that pick. I like Miami's pick, D-line. Again, man. Like Big Ben said, man, you can't go wrong with too many offensive linemen or defensive linemen.
Field Yates. Never heard of you.
Field Yates is good. He knows his shit. So the Colts get my guy, Ty Warren.
We are 6 away, my friend.
6 away. They're building a nice little team up there if they can figure out their quarterback situation up in Indy.
What does Atlanta do?
I don't know, Derpy. I was in the middle of a thought.
Sorry.
But I like what the Colts have up there. I like Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs is a good little receiver. Now you get your stud tight end who can do anything that you want on that team. Good pick there. So have some holes to fill in their defense. But Miami, who cares about Miami? That team is soft, soft.
Whenever they try to compete, they collapse.
Dude, you see it, man. They are soft from top down, man. That's like Deshaun Elliott said, man. He's like, that
He's
team's
like, I'm
soft.
going to Miami. I'm going to Party Central. I'm
Hell yeah. Cocaine
going
and
for
hookers, baby. Cocaine and hookers.
exactly. He'll love it there.
Oh God, Jen. If it's Cam coming out and announcing the first round pick, I'm done. I quit.
It's definitely Cam.
Probably. That big media whore.
NFL memes just made a meme of about Travis Hunter falling out of their laps, from Cleveland Browns laps.
Yeah, Tortilla, I don't think anyone got Booker to Dallas right.
Nope.
If you did, you're picking my Powerball numbers and my Mega Million numbers.
What we thinking for Atlanta? Atlanta's
Mm.
next.
Oh, let's see. Running back,
Defense.
defense, edge rusher, Mike Green, just off the top of my head.
Mm, is Campbell there?
Jihad
Jog.
Campbell.
Yeah,
Jihad Campbell's still on the board.
that wouldn't be bad for them because
No.
they need
They
linebacker.
they need linebacker. They need help everywhere. Center, but I don't think there's one there. They can go wide receiver.
Wide receiver. They would need a wide receiver.
But I still think where they're picking in the draft, they can get one later in the draft. There's still a couple good receivers that you can find.
Right.
Um, they got to figure out what's going on with Kyle Pitts. Tortilla, dart to Atlanta. um, Steelers' ability to develop a QB, we'll find out. We got lucky with Big Ben.
We
You know,
did.
it's
He was just tough. That's why.
yeah, and he changed with whatever coordinator he had. He was willing to sit back there and take the big hits to hit the deep ball with Bruce Arians. He was willing to get the ball out quick to extend his career, not take a lot of hits with oh my God, Todd Haley. But he still, with whoever he had, wasn't afraid to be running around like Brett Favre trying to find his guy. We got lucky with Big Ben. And they did kind of develop Mason Rudolph into a serviceable, at least high quality backup and a serviceable spot starter, potential bottom tier starter. Not bad for a third round pick. Derpy, I can hear the show from your microphone there, buddy.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I turned you down on my spot a little bit, buddy. You're good. You can unmute, Derby. You can come back.
6 picks away, Mike. What are
Six
we
picks
thinking?
away. Man,
What are we thinking?
there's still like a lot of our guys that we want are still available.
I know. That's what makes me nervous.
Like
I'd rather trade back.
Walter Nolan is still there. Derek Harmon is still there. If you want to go corner, Juddy Barron's there. I think he could push Beanie Bishop for that slot corner role. The starter there. You have Matthew Golden. You have Luther Burden. You got Mbeka still there. Travion Henderson. Do they go first round with him? Which I think he might be, after Genty, the guy in the draft. The number 2 running back. I think he might be better than Hampton, but I'll be okay with Hampton too. I think they're both good, but just the way Henderson plays, he's a Steeler. You watch him play, he's a Steeler. No, there's still a lot of good value coming our way, Derby.
I know.
They can go off the board and take the safety from South Carolina. The dude is a freak. He has the potential to be the next, Brian Dawkins, Sean Taylor, Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed. He's that much of an athletic freak, and if he can, you know, get into a good defense, he might be a guy. Yeah, you don't want to take. Do you want to take safety first round? I think he might be better than Minka in a year. Well, there's a lot of options for the Steelers. Well, take Jihad Campbell, put him next to Patrick Queen, just because I want to say Jihad every time he's out there.
Right.
Start quoting Team America World Police. Yeah.
W movie though. W very
I'd be
underrated movie.
great. America, fuck yeah. Here they say the motherfucking day, yeah.
My favorite part is when the French boy is hopping in France,
Yeah.
and then you know what
Yep.
pops up, and there's been memes of that, of saying all of Europe basically right
Yeah.
now, and then that's one of my favorite memes.
Jen, I agree. Trade back, get a second rounder tortilla. I like the first two names you put. Harmon, Henderson. I don't want anything to do with Shuck, whatever. I he's Will Levis. The way he just can't handle the pressure and throw stupid things. If you replace it with someone like Will Howard, I think that would be a money 1, 2, 3 pick right there. I got 5 days before getting euthanized nervous. Yeah, this is his steak dinner.
Yes,
uh, I kind of hope we do trade down.
I do
Uh,
too, because I don't. There's a lot of names that are out there
yeah,
still, and it's
it,
like
it just yeah we got
I
we
want to
got
acquire
DK
second.
exactly. I like the fact that our second round pick is DK Metcalf. It is we got ourselves a bona fide at minimum 1,000 yard receiver. And that's a good second
Well,
round pick right there.
he's not gonna be there in the third though, Tortilla. You have to get a second.
For who? For
Howard.
Howard's going to be there in the third.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah, he'll be there in the third.
I don't know. I've seen. Eh.
Wouldn't surprise me if he's there in the fourth. Because I can see the Rams at if the Steelers don't take a quarterback, I can see the Rams. I think they picked 26 off the top of my head. I can see them going Shador Sanders or Jackson Dart, building for the future. And yeah,
What is the Atlanta Falcons doing right now? This is like
yeah, they haven't
ridiculous.
done anything yet.
Are they
Yeah,
trading?
hasn't it's not saying anything yet, but yeah, tortilla, yeah. The people like Warren and Loveland going helps. Some of those offensive linemen that the offensive linemen and the D linemen that were rated way lower, that helped too, man. That's just pushing some good talent down. Would you laugh, Derpy, if it comes in the Pittsburgh Steelers have traded up?
I would not laugh if it was a quarterback. If it was a quarterback, I would not laugh and I would be happy.
So far, there's no leaks on this pick yet, Derpy.
No, there is not, and it's making me nervous. If somebody could come up and go get
Oh God, if
Dart or
someone
Sanders.
they're trading Kirk Cousins and their first round pick. that just
That would be crazy.
that thought just popped into my head.
Come
I w-
on, leak it, dang it.
Nothing, man.
Nothing. What's that from Rudolph the Miner? Nothing. You taste
Thank you,
the mine
Tortilla.
salt.
Ooh, add a beer to Oreos and milk. That's a rough drop off. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Oreos and milk, but we want to get that drink on.
Both sound good.
Here you go, Derp. I'm making this drink special for you.
Let's go.
This
That is a lot. That might be more than last year.
more than what?
The Detroit one.
Oh, how many people did they say?
They haven't said it. Oh, here we go. Here's the pick. Pick is in. I think it should show up soon. Watch them take Harmon.
Look at the Jimmy Clausen, terrible quarterback. Brady Quinn, terrible quarterback. Chad Pennington, eh. Brett Favre turned out to be pretty good. Boomer's all right. Dan Marino, good quarterback.
Kirker Street. The goat.
Jimmy Clausen, Brady Quinn. Oh my God, I remember that
Oh my
era.
goodness.
I remember Penn State beating those Notre Dame teams. That was so satisfying. What the hell is going on? There we go. They finally got it. Linebacker, Derpy. They're taking a linebacker.
I hate everything. Fields Yates just said there might be a couple trades in front of us.
That's fine. That's fine. That means that they're going to go overspend for a quarterback, and we're going to get someone that might be better in the long run.
Jalen Walker to the Atlanta Falcons.
It's a good pick. Like you said, that was one of the guys.
Is it a linebacker or an edge?
Linebacker.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah. But this cat, man, you watch the film on him, man. He can ball.
What's Arizona thinking?
Another one of those teams that close your eyes and throw it
They
at a
might need a
dartboard.
receiver. I mean, they could go with Martin, you know what I mean? A
Yeah.
duo. You could get Matthew Boyd with Marvin Harrison.
Steve, yeah, you're only on your sixth, man. You're slowing down in your old age there. That's rookie numbers, bro. Letting the family down. Uh oh. Does Tortilla know something that we don't?
Yeah, I don't know. Something? Do you know something?
I don't know nothing.
I didn't see
Honest-
anything yet.
Tortilla called the pick. I think that's what Tortilla is saying. They called the Jalen Walker. Yep. Yeah, he called it. Tortilla called it. I went back up. Derpy, we're about to put Tortilla on the line. They know what's up. Oh man.
What do the Cardinals do here, man?
Let's see. Their needs, according to PFF, guard, center, interior defensive lineman, edge, corner. So
Probably edge.
yeah, everything on defense. Mike Green's still available. Will Johnson, Jody Brown, or Barron, excuse me, are available.
Is Simmons still there? Or like John Simmons still there?
Yeah, from Ohio State, yeah.
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 He's probably our top tackle.
I
Like our
can
top
still see,
offensive lineman.
yeah, I can still see maybe wide receiver.
That's what I was thinking because you get a duo with Harrison
Yeah,
and
because their number two is Michael Wilson.
right.
Like and just a bunch of other guys. I just don't see it. But go wide receiver, and then go defense later for Arizona.
Tortillo staying Cardinals taking Nolan. That wouldn't be
Mm,
a
that would be a great pick for them. I mean, the
right.
value. Holy shit!
Right.
You got to figure too. Yeah, Calais Campbell's not getting any younger. I mean, he's been in the league forever. Dude's
I swear, if we
38
draft a
years old.
defensive tackle when the both of them are there, I'm gonna be mad.
If that defensive tackle turns out to be better than those quarterbacks, it's the right move.
I don't know, man. Everyone wants Arch Manning, but it doesn't come out next year.
I don't want Arch Manning.
You want Drew Aller. That's who you want.
I don't want Drew Aller. I'm looking right now. I have my eyes set on Lenore Sellers out of South Carolina. I think he might have the potential to be the breakout star out of that draft class. Like Drew Aller, like he's gotten better every year at Penn State. This year was like his best year. I want to see what he does this year coming up. If it would justify the Steelers taking him. I don't just look at the helmet, Derpy. I'm a Penn State guy, but if it doesn't make sense, you don't take them. It's like
The
when
pick
we
is
got.
in. Let's see what happens. We are 5 away, folks. 5 away, and it's not even 10:30 yet. But
Oh,
it
don't
probably
worry.
will be.
Oh, it's gonna slow down before it gets tough.
Someone's gonna make a stupid move in front of us and go get Dart or Sanders. I guarantee it.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of there was talk after we got off the air. I just started reading that like it wouldn't surprise if they both fall down, just keep falling.
I heard that too.
Man, but there's still
This
going
is
to be
taking forever.
it is, but there's going to be really good talent available when we pick. I mean, there's going to be some really good players. Because how far away are we, Derpy? About 5 picks?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Guys on the board. The top two corners, Will Johnson, Johnny Barron, then Derek Harmon, then
I
edge
just want
rusher
Sanders just to
James
piss off Mark
Pierce.
Malone.
Yeah. Then Walter Nolan, Jihad Campbell, Mike Green, Hampton will still be there, but I
Feel
think
the
he.
steel, boom.
No way, brother. What up?
What's up? Oh,
Can
I
we?
forgot Barron there too. Jahad Barron.
Yeah. Sellers picking. Can we just name a
They
guy,
did.
a guy named
Tortilla's
Touchdown?
right. Tortilla's right.
Nolan?
Nolan.
Oh, shit. Oh, Jen. Sorry, Jen. Our guy got taken.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
Walter Nolan was one of my guys.
That means Shador Sanders is a Pittsburgh Steeler. I'm joking. just to piss everyone off.
Feel the Steel shows up, and it's going to come down to the Steelers, and they're going to take Mike Green, the edge rusher, or Pierce, the edge rusher, and trade TJ Watt.
Right.
You can see it happening. Jen's reaction to Nolan. Oh, that dude's a nut, man. I wanted him on the team.
I'm the next Aaron Donald. That
I
was his
like
description.
I like that. I like the confidence out of him. If you're going to model your game after someone, might as well be the best to do it. Oh, that was my guy.
That's unfortunate.
He was one of them. Because
The
he.
Bungles are up, my friend. The Bungles are up.
Ooh,
Ahmad
now
Campbell, Jack Sawyer,
they
Emeka Ibuka.
if they go anywhere other than offensive line or anywhere on the defense, this franchise is beyond stupid.
Josh
Like,
Simmons there.
like they.
That's what I would go.
But the thing is that you put a lot of money into your big three on offense. You you will have to draft offensive linemen and defense to fill out your roster, and you got to hit on them. And right now, if I am the Bengals, I'm just taking the best player available on defense that fits your scheme. You run to the podium, you get that player. You got to round out that defense because there's no way you'll be able to score 40 points consistently to keep up with how bad your defense is. Joe Burrow is great, but he is injury prone. You know, you got Trey Hendrickson. Is he going to be back? Do you take Mike Green here? Do you take the edge rusher? Do you go interior D line? Do you go? They need help in that secondary too. You know, I like their corners don't impress me at all. It's weird. If the Bengals can go anywhere, if they go anywhere outside of defense, they're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Because their tackles are set. Maybe if they think one of the interior linemen's worthy of a first round, they go there, but it's got to be defense. Or do they go wide receiver? Because they lost oh god, what's his name?
Boyd.
Boyd, thank you. Yeah, he's down in Tennessee now. They don't have that number 3 option.
Higgins
And
in for Cincinnati.
T Higgins was kind of hurt last year. Do they go wide receiver? Get their
Watch him get the new Boyd, Matthew Boyd.
Yeah.
Get the triple combo of Boyd, Higgins, and Chase.
Yeah. That's what they had when they had that big 3. That was when their offense was just unbelievable.
Right. Come on, Breer. Say something.
Yeah. So like no one's updating. I'm hitting refresh as we speak.
Oh!
What we got, Chirpy?
With the 17th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Bungles select Shamar Stewart.
Is he what D end?
Texas A&M guy.
Was he the D tack or the D end?
I think
D end, the edge rusher. Okay, sure. I get him and one of the other interior guys confused as well. But yeah,
that's a good pick for them.
Yeah.
That's a very underrated pick.
I don't know, man.
Despite maybe the injuries.
Well, and again, I'm just going by PFF. He's their number 6 edge rusher and 31st overall rated player.
If it take Mbuka, if he's there.
Like
for the Steelers, if you give me Mbuka, I'll be happy.
I would not be opposed to that pick at all. I think he would be a pure slot receiver that we would have than Calvin Austin's your burner, and then you have Roman Wilson as another pure slot receiver. And Mbeka has the potential to be a decent number 2 on the outside. That would not be a bad pick.
Well, they got to give me something that
But the Bengals passing on like at least 3 or 4 other edge rushers that are rated higher than this guy.
Right.
Tortilla's 4-1. You had like your Wi-Fi turned off. You had right.
I do Tortilla. I want Shador too.
Tortilla has the Ryan Wi-Fi. Yeah, that really did. Their pick helped us. We didn't need an edge that's going to push some guys down, um, and I think it's helping us too because I think that was a reach. Feels like a reach to me. But you need them because you're going to lose out on Trey Hendrickson, and I think they're going to use him as a traditional, like more or less D end, not edge, not like a not like a TJ Watt type edge. Uh,
That's a good pick for them.
yeah,
That's
like
a very underrated pick, even though
now,
the,
now that
the
now that I'm thinking about it more and more,
that's a
yeah,
really good
because
pick.
they're not going to use him as a stand up edge the way we use TJ Watt and Highsmith.
Right.
He's going to be used like that typical D end. But I don't know. I'm just not sold on him. But I hate to root against players going in the draft, but he's going to the Bengals, so I'm going to root against him to fail miserably.
Oh wow, the Leafs are up 3-0 in their cup. They won tonight.
Who'd they play?
Ottawa.
Mm. Mm.
It was like
All right,
2-2 in
boys.
the final seconds, and they scored.
Three more picks until the Steelers come up. No, none of the teams in front of us need a quarterback.
Do we do it? If it's Jackson Dart, I'm gonna be mad.
Derpy, I implore you, if we draft Jackson Dart after the show is over, go on YouTube, go find Kurt Benkert, and watch his breakdown of Jackson Dart.
Fair enough.
Like he's been right on quarterbacks. He's been wrong on players before, but he was just a backup in the NFL, but that makes him one of the top football players, and he knows what NFL teams are looking for. So I weigh his opinion more than like just people like us and other draft nicks. Like someone who actually did the job, knows what teams are looking for. He has a keen eye for it. He called Jaden Daniels last year as quarterback one. He nailed that one, and that just just watch the video if we take it.
Watch someone trade with Seattle right here. They don't need a quarterback because they got Darnold, like you said.
Ooh, Broncos take Hampton.
That would be crazy.
That's what Tortilla said. That that's the rumor, man. They've been all in on running back.
Come on.
I just now noticed. I was going back through on Twitter that the guy that the Saints took, he has a little baby. Baby threw up on camera. Someone responded that baby's so upset that his daddy's going to play for the Saints. That baby knows.
No, Jen, you draft a quarterback.
No. Trade back.
The pick is in. My baby's gonna make me money.
That baby was like, oh, we're going to go to Nolans? Yeah.
Every mama in this draft is like, my baby's gonna make me money. I'm
Hell
so
yeah,
proud of
I
my
would.
baby.
I would too. If my kid ever got drafted, like, fuck yeah, I can retire. I wipe your ass. No, you're buying me. You're paying off my bills. Don't gotta buy me nothing. Just pay off my bills. We be straight. 'Cause I couldn't pay them off because of you, lazy entitled asses. Now, fuck them kids, Derpy.
I do too, Tortilla. I do too. But most of our fan base don't want them.
Yeah, Phil. The chirp was gone for a while. Now all of a sudden it came back. We can't get rid of it. We thought it was gone, then it came back like herpes.
Oh, Zabel.
They took the Dakota kid.
Yeah,
Hmm.
interesting. Gotta
All right.
protect Darnold, I guess.
Hmm.
Not one of the stronger picks this draft, but I guess it makes sense.
If he pans out, I hmm,
I don't know how I feel about it. It's like a 50-50.
not bad.
It's not bad, but it's like a 50-50. Three
Hmm.
picks away, my friend.
Yeah, but just reading his draft profile, he can sounds like
He's a
he can
guard.
guard and start right away.
Uh-huh.
So why not? You know,
Gotta protect Darnold.
he shelled out all that money. Hell yeah. But
We're from North Dakota State, yeah, baby. Yeah. Go FCS.
you fucking tell him, Derpy. You shit on
No,
those
I
kids.
no, I hate, I freaking hate North Dakota State. Even though they're in our freaking conference, the Penguins conference. I hate them.
No, okay.
They
I'm
should be, they should be NCAA regular division. They shouldn't be in the FCS.
Yeah, but the thing is, that
Bullshit.
if they go up though, like they probably can't well, like the NIL money and stuff,
It's
and that's probably
bullcrap.
why they're staying down there.
It's
Like
bullcrap.
like my buddy's kid, he's going through the recruiting phase. Granted, for he was like D2, D3, in one of the schools he was looking at, they dropped down from like D2 to D3 because they couldn't afford the NIL money and stuff. But South Dakota, I think they do it just to be able to beat up on the competition. They like being the big fish in the small pond. No, I like this pick room. It's a good pick, man. Let's see, we got the Buccaneers up next.
If we don't get Sanders, I'm gonna be mad. I will be mad if we don't get either Sanders. I mean, I'm if it's not Sanders or if it's not Ibuka, I will be mad.
Can't put all your eggs in the one basket, Derpy. You got to look at all the positions, man. You got to like someone. Yeah, Derpy, do not
I may have a
spoil this.
reaction, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
No, no.
I may
If
have a reaction to it, but I'm not gonna
you
spoil it.
no, well, we know if it's a bad reaction, and we know it's not going to be Sanders. We know if it's a good reaction, it's going to be Sanders or Dart. So you're going to mute your microphone when the Steelers are on until the pick is announced,
Fair
or
enough.
I'll just mute you.
Fair enough.
I'm not trying to be mean, Derpy. Not trying to be mean.
They'll do something stupid, anyways.
Uh, Steele, yeah, like running back, cornerback. I wouldn't be opposed to that either. I just don't know if the running back we want is going to be there. Like what's it, Hampton, out of North Carolina. That's one has been projected around one, but I think he might go to Denver, or the Steelers go crazy and get Trayvon Henderson in round one. Because since we don't have a second round pick, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think he's going to be a three down back in the league, and he's going to put up monster numbers year over year. Cornerback, I like Barron more than I like Will Johnson. I think, like I said, Barron would fit in great on the
Bucks
slot.
pick is in.
Bucks pick is in.
Yes. It's interesting what they'll pick though.
Yeah.
They might go receiver.
Um. Do they?
Evans is getting old.
And Godwin's
Godwin's getting
coming.
old too.
Yeah, and he's coming back from an injury as well.
Yeah. They should go receiver. This might be Boyd or Burden.
I don't know. They could address their defensive side too.
That's true.
They have some needs there, like corner. I think linebacker as well.
If corner's a need, they'll get that LSU corner. Jahad something that we just saw a couple minutes, like a half hour ago on the television.
No, I can't remember.
Me either.
Um, I don't know if they. I don't think they've rebuilt their D line because they add there. They got Cansey, Vea. I like him. Maybe somewhere in the secondary. Some of those guys are starting to get long in the tooth, like Jordan
Ah,
White.
son of a gun!
Whoa, Mbaka.
Yes! I hate everything!
You said they were going wide receiver.
I know I. Son of a gun!
I think Derpy's going to have to go walk that one off, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to laugh at him, because trust me, I used to be like that too when it came to the draft. Seeing the guy one get taken and flipping out. Yeah, I feel you, Derpy. But you kind of you spoke it to existence. You manifested it, Derpy, by saying they're going to take wide receiver.
Baker Mayfield, you. Mmm.
Baker Mayfield catching strays.
Ugh.
You all right, bud?
No.
You all right?
No.
Shador's still available.
That was my guy. That was my guy. Then you know that was my guy.
I know. I know. You know, for Steeler fans looking for a receiver, Burden's still out there.
Wait, what?
Golden's still out there. Derpy. Uh, that was a good pick though for him, Derpy. You got to admit.
That was good for them.
Yeah. Now, do Broncos take running back, or do they go wide receiver? Because they need help at both positions. Let me find the Broncos depth chart here.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, I think they go running back here. I think, yeah, I think Omarion Hampton comes off the board here to Denver. Derpy.
I hate my life. I hate being a Steelers fan. For 15 years, I haven't been to the Super Bowl. It's getting annoying.
Oh no, 15 years.
Yes. I haven't been to the Super Bowl since I was a kid.
Derpy, I was a grown ass man by the time we won the Super Bowl.
Fair enough. I'm just mad. Oh, that was my guy. That was the sexy pick I wanted.
I know we had him mocked here a couple times. I think in my mock draft, I had him coming down at this selection.
Let's go, man. You're not going to win a Super Bowl either with Baker Mayfield. I don't know why you're hyping up down there. You're just hyping to go down to Florida.
Hey, he might come. Ooh.
I'm so mad.
Ooh, Derpy.
They'll take Hampton here. I guarantee it.
Oh, Derpy. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna tell you.
Well, they're taking D lineman. $20. Give me their take.
I can't tell you.
Or take a D lineman. I hate my life. Because they're stupid, and we're still stuck in 1970, thinking it's the olden days instead of modern football.
I don't know, Derpy. You look at that Philly D line, and they wrecked havoc all season long, and look what it got them, baby. Got them a Super Bowl.
All the good teams are taking all the good players. I'm done.
And all the bad teams taking all the bad players.
Exactly.
Oh God, yeah.
Still stuck in 1970. prior to Terry Bradshaw.
So the front four don't need to generate any pass rush. We don't need
We
to
have
disrupt the
Ward, we
passing
have
game.
Benton. We'll be fine.
Benton did what?
He produced a little.
Yeah, exactly. A little. Cam Hayward had his last hurrah. Cool. Now
I hate
teams
everything Kevin Adams. I hate you, Kevin Adams.
now teams will just be able to run and pass
I hate this
with
franchise.
impunity because we have no sustained pressure up front. They can pick and choose whatever they want to do against us because we have no help up front if we keep neglecting the defensive line.
I hate this franchise.
Hey, Derpy, Cleveland's right up the road, bud.
I'm pass.
That's. I mean, you're already a Guardians
Yeah,
fan.
they're freaking taking Harmon Tortilla.
Damn, Derpy.
I don't know. I don't know if that's confirmed, but that's what Kevin Adams said, and I'm really pissed.
Take a breath, bud. You got this.
Well, let's wait till Aaron Rodgers signs with us. An old man Aaron Rodgers. Let's not adjust the quarterback situation in the first round. Let's wait till the third and fourth round to get a decent quarterback, a backup quarterback instead of a first round quarterback, right?
Well, there's not much separation between Shador, Dart, Howard, and any of these guys you'll get in that round. So why overreach for a quarterback in the first round?
I can tell you this: Stephen A. Smith is not going to be a Steelers fan tomorrow if we don't get Shedeur Sanders.
Like I give a flying fuck what Stephen A. Smith has to say about my Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm
I
just done. I'm just done, man.
I'm not laughing at you, Derpy, because you're going through it. I'm laughing because I've been there before, brother.
I just
I
can't
know what
stand.
you're going. Dude, I know what you're going through.
This is so stupid, man. We're gonna wait till the third round. We're not even gonna trade back. We're just gonna wait and just pick a defensive tackle right now instead of trading back and try to get more picks. That's just stupid.
Well, Derpy,
That's Daniel. That's sticking whoever the freaking Art Rooney the second's fault. This is Art Rooney the second, whoever his freaking name is.
Art the third.
Art the third. He doesn't know how football. He knows how to do business parts. He doesn't know how to football anything about football.
Derpy, Derpy. Just because they didn't trade back doesn't mean that they didn't try to
His
trade back.
perspective thinking that like, come on.
Doesn't mean that like if there's no trade partner, you can't trade back. Or if there is a trade partner and it's not favorable to you, you're not going to make that trade.
Yeah, but I'm not drafting a defensive lineman in the first round. Our
Oh,
defensive line is fine.
our defensive line is not fine. Our defensive line is one of the worst defensive lines in the fucking league. That's why it needs to be addressed. They
You could
are
address it in
terrible.
the third and fourth round.
They could, but if you can get a fucking stud that's going to change the entire trajectory of that defense, you fucking do it.
But there isn't anyone left.
Harmon,
Harmon's like a C.
a C,
Yeah, a
a
C
guy
or
that a guy that can play up and down that line, can play nose, can play between the guard and the tackle, can play end. Yeah, that's a guy you want on the team. But if they think Shador's their guy, you take him. Like
wow. The Broncos took Barron.
no way.
They didn't even take Hampton.
Wow.
Do we take Hampton?
Now it changes.
But like, they're all there though.
Yeah. Now we can take who we think the best player is out of that bunch. That Baron pick was good.
I swear, if we don't pick a quarterback, I'm done. I am done. Uh,
Oh, Jed, I like if this was like the NBA draft, we'd be able to. Oh god, that Steelers would find a way to trade for Nolan, get him back. We do. We bleed yardage on that defense. Okay, I almost made fun of the kid until I saw that he until I saw he had cancer.
oh, he has cancer.
Yeah, he had cancer. I almost made fun of him. I got a funny story coming up.
Oh no.
Yeah, Baron,
Wait, wait.
Baron,
Way to
Baron's the
go,
name.
freaking
Tortilla.
Mike, making fun of someone with cancer.
Okay, one year, my buddy and I, we when I lived in Sandusky, we'd always go watch the draft at a bar. We were out boozing. His now wife, she showed up, and she's like, "Why the hell is this stupid kid up there? Why is he this stupid kid talking?" We're like, because he's a Make a Wish kid. He has cancer." She's like, "Oh shit." So that's why I was able to check myself real quick, Derpy. And that flashed in my eyes or flashed in my head.
Jackson Dart throws the thing at the TV. Throws the remote at the TV.
Oh,
No, that's anybody but anybody that I don't want.
okay. Maybe we're sitting here trying to trade back, Derpy. It's still going on. We still got a
Yeah,
lot of
that's true.
time or a
No,
lot of internal discussion.
I hate everything.
Oh no. um,
This is why we'll never win another Super Bowl.
um, yeah, I know we're not trying to spoil the pick. Obviously, you can tell it was not a quarterback. This is great. This is great. Derpy, I love you.
Not winning another Super Bowl in the next 30 years. I guarantee it.
Why?
Screw,
Because we
screw the
didn't.
manager ever decided to take Harmon.
Because we did not over draft a quarterback. Don't say the pick, Derpy, or
It doesn't matter.
don't
You
say
already
the
know who.
pick, Derpy. Don't say the pick. Our people don't want us to say the pick, and we respect them, so we're not going to say the pick. We'll wait till it pops up on ESPN, then we'll talk about it. Cool. I love Derpy. He is fired up. This is the passion I love, man. I love it. I love the passion, Derpy. I love it. It's what makes sports fun, Derpy. It what makes sports fun. You're a beast, Derpy. Okay, take a couple deep breaths, walk around, you'll be fine. Oh,
Everybody's laughing at us. The entire league of comments is laughing at us.
ooh, fans are laughing at us.
Yes,
Ooh,
that means that we
ooh.
suck, and we're going to suck for the next 20 years again. Because we don't have a franchise quarterback.
I like Shador. I like Jackson Dart, but they're not franchise quarterbacks. They're top 20 quarterbacks at best. Guess what we got? We got Mason Rudolph, who's at best a top 20 quarterback.
He's not a top 20 quarterback.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He's
He's
better
from
than Shador.
Oklahoma State. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, Kevin Colbert had a first round grade on him, Derpy.
Good job, Omar Khan.
Hell yeah, Omar Khan's doing a hell of a job.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
This is Arn Rooney's fault. This is a
Oh,
stupid decision. You guys are morons. Not even the old school Steelers.
Derp dog. I love it. Oh, Derpy. I love the passion, bro. I love it, man. Oh, Derpy. Take some breaths. Take some breaths. You'll be fine. Derek Harmon, baby! Defensive tackle. I've called it all along. That was one of my guys as the process went along. He can play up and down that D line. Good run stuffer. Great in the against the pass. I like it. I think it's a good pick. PFF grades real quick.
You better trade back in, or I'm gonna be mad.
Pass. His run defense grade is 80.5. He's in the top 10% there. Pass rush grades are in the top. Run stop rate is well above average. Pass rush win rate, 17.6%. He is a beast against the run and against the pass. Like I said, he can line up over the tackle, over the guard, over the center, up and down the line. Think a young Stephon Tuitt. Think a young Cam Hayward. Maybe even a young Javon Hargraves. How dominant those guys were. That's the potential you have with this cat of how well he can disrupt another team's offense. I like it. Not a sexy pick at all. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen are never sexy picks. But again, I reference everyone back to the Super Bowl. Go back, watch that Super Bowl, watch the front from Philly, wreak havoc all that game. That's how they won the Super Bowl. And then lucking into Jalen Hurts in the second round, Derpy, second round quarterback, balling out in that game. You can find a quarterback later on. Outside of Cam Ward, there's no other franchise quarterback in this draft. No other one who has a potential to be one of the elites. I like Jackson Dart, but I don't think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback. And I'm not going to waste a first round pick on him. I've always liked Jackson Dart in the second round until we traded away for DK Metcalf. So then I adjusted to Will Howard in the third. I think that'll be a safe pick. At worst, he's our backup of the future, and we get our guy next year. Hey, Finch! My man.
So what I miss?
You missed Derpy have a great breakdown, and it's bringing me joy not because he's breaking down, but because I've been there. I love it.
Yeah, I caught it right a little bit of that there, just as I was trying to get in. I'm on my iPad here, so I haven't used it to do this before, so it's a little weird. But anyway, So what's also I just got home from work from a long day, so I'm eating. So
you're good, bro.
If I mute out, it's because I'm chowing down real quick. But,
you're fine, brother.
Yeah, what do you guys think so far? What's going on? How you holding up there, Derp?
Derpy's texted me on the side that he's done with the Steelers.
Oh, okay. He said that too on the show. Oh, yeah, I'm getting some messages as well.
Yeah,
Screw this franchise. I'm not showing up tomorrow, he says. Oh, my goodness, that guy.
I was there. I was there when when we drafted Lawrence Timmons and Lamar Woodley back to back.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm out. I was at the bar with my buddy. We're watching it. He was a big Eagles fan. He didn't like their pick that year. And we left and went golfing. We were like, no. Turns out, I was wrong about the picks. And I think he was wrong about his picks as well, too. So draft day, it's fun to get pissed or excited about your picks. But you don't know. For some of these guys, you won't know for 2-3 years. Your top guy, you might know right away.
Right.
So I'm done.
So I'm just looking up Derek Harmon right now here.
I'm not impressed.
That's all right, Derpy.
You've been saying all week, dude, if they picked a defensive lineman or a defensive tackle, you literally said that all week to me. He's like, they pick a defensive tackle, I'm fucking done.
I am done because this is why we're still fucking 1970.
He has said that I don't know how many times I've read that in my message box in the last
the old way, we can't go to a modern way.
Again,
pretty well for Philadelphia the last few years.
Exactly. Thank you. I thought I was talking to a fucking wall
dude,
about
Pat Mahomes Pat Mahomes is almost unstoppable by almost everybody, and somehow Philadelphia, with their defensive line, they managed to do it. I mean, they dominated the Super Bowl. They dominated the Steelers when they played us. They dominated probably about 13 to 14 of their games this year. The Eagles' defensive front seven is absolutely stellar, and they got a lot of that through the draft. And the Steelers are in the middle of that right now. So I can't hate the pick. I don't hate the idea of building up that defense, especially when you have a couple of big time veterans that are not going to be here after a couple more years. Cam's getting old. TJ's getting old. TJ's probably already started his decline.
Because I'm mad right now.
And why would you want to pick up a receiver in the draft in the first round if you have GP? Obviously, he's still a little up in the air, but we also just went and spent all this time and money and effort to get DK Metcalf, who is a bona fide superstar, by the way.
Yeah. No quarterback.
Now, that is the issue. Now, I understand you being upset about the quarterback thing right now, but
Rodgers
I think
going to sign.
I honestly think the Steelers are going to do the strategy that I said on the show the last couple times we talked about it that I was on, was that maybe the Steelers are better off waiting till next year to take a quarterback, get somebody this year to fill in like a Mason Rudolph. And when the draft is in Pittsburgh next year, and a year that is looking to be quarterback heavy, so even if we do end up with a pick in the high 20s, we may still have a shot in the first round of getting decent QB next year. I don't hate this pick. I wouldn't have been mad either if we'd have picked up a quarterback. I said the other day I thought Shedeur Sanders might have been our guy. But I don't hate Harmon, right? I don't hate it. We can use it. And this is what's been working for other teams. I mean, defense does win championships still to this day. It still does. You just have to have a decent offense too.
Yeah, and the thing though, like with Mason Rudolph, you have with George Pickens,
quarterback.
Neither Shedeur Sanders or Jackson Dart, by the way. It's going to throw that out there, and I like both guys, but they're not going to be our top guys. And Shuck, nowhere.
Look how sad he is.
Shuck cannot handle. Who's sad?
Let me say this real quick, Dirk. If Shedeur Sanders does not go in the first round, the Steelers just might get him in the second.
We don't have a second round pick.
Oh, that's right. We don't have a second round pick this year, do we?
No.
We can always
we're not going to get him in the third.
No,
maybe he'll go so far down.
Yeah, we'll probably take Will Howard in the third, or a running back in the third, and see if we get Howard in the fourth. Like this team needs everywhere. D line, we saw in the playoffs, is one of the biggest needs. We weren't able to rush the quarterback. We weren't able to stop the run. We need those spots. So this is a good pick. And I was on the Jackson Dart bandwagon as a second round pick. I thought he would be a steal.
What is this franchise anymore?
This franchise is, you know what? There's a lot of spoiled ass fans. That it's either Super Bowl. This fan base. I'm going to go off for a rant here. I'm sorry. It is weird. Super Bowl or bust. We're a great franchise. Well, if we're such a great franchise, we've only had 6 good years by your standards. Super Bowl or bust. We've won 6 of them. So we've only had 6 good years. So all the other years where we had great regular seasons, it kind of fell in the playoffs, or had great regular seasons, had a decent run in the playoffs. Are those good seasons? Or are those busts because we didn't win Super Bowl?
Watch the Ravens pick somebody crazy that was on the board that the Steelers want. I'm just done. Will Johnson to the Chargers, probably. That would make sense for the Chargers.
No.
Because it's a Michigan guy.
Oh, I'm under a lot of lights. I'm drinking. I'm talking a whole hell of a lot. Yeah. I'm getting really red. Like, I'm up past my bedtime. I should be sleeping right now. But no, like, I don't know. The fans that bitch and moan about this franchise day in and day out, I don't know. Like, they're competitive every year. You can't win a championship every year. Yeah, it sucks where we're at. But would you rather be the Bears, the Titans, the Bengals, the Jaguars?
Or a team that's perennially good but never seems to win, like the Chargers?
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah.
How many
like,
great teams did they have that didn't even
Yeah.
make it, past
Yeah.
the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah.
Hell, they had a team, what was
Yeah.
it, 2010, 2011, one of
Yeah.
the greatest regular seasons of all time, and they blew it and didn't even make the damn playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, it would suck.
Yeah.
We're lucky to be Steelers fans.
Yeah. If this team gets Howard in the Shuck or Shuck in the third round, that might be the worst draft pick of all time. And this team has some bad draft picks. This cat is Will Levis 2.0. He can't handle in pressure up the middle. He throws underhand when guys are in his face because he's just trying to get the ball out. He's no. The only people we trade about him is that he's 6'4", 6'5". That's it. That guy is a undrafted rookie free agent. Howard, I would take. I like the way he's quick to get the ball out, make smart reads. I like
Hampton went to the Chargers.
Ooh. That might be a sneaky good pick by the Chargers. They built up that offensive line.
They got Najee, too.
Or the last two drafts. And that tells you how much they really trust Najee Harris as a every down back. Because they didn't spend a whole lot on him. And then you draft a running back in the first round. Wow.
I don't even know what we're doing anymore, man. I might become an alcoholic.
Oh, don't, Derby. Please don't. But, no, Derby, we're building the trenches. We're building a team so when we get our franchise quarterback, like we did with Ben, they can step in and go. Have a good defense. Have a good offense around them.
He better be a beast. That's all I got to say. If he's not a beast, I'm blaming this on Rooney. More on himself.
All right, so Najee Harris, they're only spending $5.25 million on him, and they draft a rookie running back in the first round. Oh.
You better be there, Mark Malone. I swear, Howard better be there.
Mark, I wish I was high right now. This is all the liquor talking right now, boys.
I wish I had liquor.
So if I say anything stupid, it's the liquor, not me. And Ryan's not here to keep me in line and reel me back in. Tootin in the four. I love Bashful Tootin. I think he'd be good.
I wish I had liquor. I really wish I was an alcoholic right now.
Don't, Turpy, don't.
You don't want to be an alcoholic, dude. It's fun to have a drink and not be an alcoholic. Like,
yes.
Phil, can we trade back in to go to the Packers, please?
Phil, I'm working on a T-shirt that I think you will like.
Trade GP to get 23 back.
The standard is the standard. 9-8.
Trade 23 to get back in with. Trade GP to 20 for 23. F it.
Tortilla, Jim Leahy is a personal hero of mine. I've kind of lost the plot. Where are we in the draft? Let's see here. Let me reset. That was it. We only missed one pick. I only missed one pick.
Would you guys like me to give you the breakdown of Derek Harmon that they have on NFL.com?
Yeah, let's hear it, bud.
All right, College, Oregon. He's from Detroit, Michigan. He's a junior. 6'4.5", 313 big pounds.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. His prospect grade was 6.38. And according to NFL.com, will eventually be a plus starter, so that's not too bad. And here's his results for the Combine. His production score was a 78 out of 100, ranked him 4th out of defensive tackles. Athleticism score, 73 out of 100, which gave him a DT rank of 15th. Total score, 79, DT rank 4th. So according to them, the 4th best Combine prospect at defensive tackle. He ran a 4.95 40 for a 313-pound man. That's athletic.
That's moving, baby.
You got to give it to him. His 10-yard split was 1.74. Also impressive. You got to give it to him. They don't have any of his other stuff, though. His bench press is not listed. But, I don't hate him. I mean, athletically, he seems to be up to the task. He's got the right build, it seems like.
Yeah.
He seemed to do pretty well in the Combine amongst DTs. I don't hate the pick, guys.
No, he can play.
Please trade back in. Please trade back in.
He can play up and down the line too. With him,
yeah.
That's the thing. Like he can play. He can play nose.
He can play horizontally. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He can play nose. He can play outside. I like it.
And this is why you suck, Omar Khan and Tomlin. Having their stupid interviews right now.
I love villain era Derby. It
I'm
is the
glad I'm
best.
villain Eric Derpy because this is
I
stupid.
love it
He's just idiot. They're idiots. I wonder why we're stuck in the same stupid.
because they field a competitive team year in year out.
No, they don't have a quarterback. That's the reason.
Without a quarterback, look at the year where we didn't have Ben. We finished 500. We Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky. We what just missed the playoffs.
That's because
Mason
Pickett got
Rudolph, Mitch
hurt.
Trubisky again, and Kenny Pickett again. We make the playoffs. Last year with aging Russell Wilson, we make the playoffs. This team, yeah, we are more or less a quarterback away. But is Shador Sanders, Jackson Dart as rookies that guy? No. Are they 2 years down the line that guy? We might be in the same. I think with those guys, we're in the same spot, 10-7 every year with those guys. So they're doing what the
Packers are taking
Steelers.
forever. Are we trading back in?
The Steelers are doing what they did pre-Ben, post-Bradshaw, or like pre-Ben after, let's say after Neil O'Donnell and Cordell Stewart, building a team,
That's right.
and then having a quarterback in there. Like, let's see if this guy works. Let's see if this guy works. No, it's not working. No, it's not working. We're going to rotate in and out. Oh, then of course we don't have a Dan Rooney to go. No, you're picking that big fucking bastard from Miami of Ohio. But I don't think there is a quarterback in this draft outside of Cam Ward that would be worth that pick.
Cam Ward, the goalie?
Every
time I hear that kid's name,
I know. Oh God,
that's all I think of is Cam Ward, the goalie.
I know.
Had, a couple really great years for the Hurricanes.
I want to call him like Sham Ward. I always call
Ward.
Sham Ward. I saw so many Penguin fans call Cam Ward Sham Ward.
Sham Ward, yeah,
because they would like Gino would just light him up in the playoffs, and I was
that guy only had he had a few really great seasons, and I think they won the cup once with him, right? Like 2005 or something like that.
Yeah, Jimmy Rutherford's team, yeah.
And he was really great. Like Cam Ward was a Stonewall for a little while, and then he kind of disappeared. You never heard his name again after a couple seasons. And yeah, this kid Cam Ward, every single time I hear his name,
I just said the goalie, yeah. Like cousin Eddie's plates installed in Big Ben's head. Classic. I remember when Big Ben had that motorcycle accident on the news. There was one dude tailgating outside the hospital, and if that is quintessential Pittsburgh. One, it led off the 6 o'clock news. Two, we're tailgating, outside a hospital where a player might die. That is Pittsburgh right there in a nutshell. I love it. Oh, Derpy. Your boy Golden went.
He's saying F the Steelers. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, that was a good pick by them. They need to round out that receiving core and get Jordan Love some more receivers.
Can I have some of your alcoholism?
No, Derpy. I'm taking one for the team here. Do not drink. Do not smoke cigarettes.
I might do both soon.
No. You want to get the stuff that's legal in Ohio, Derpy.
Like weed.
Yeah, nice and mellow, dude. Nice and mellow. Pop a gummy and just vibe all day.
Funny story. Weed is like the only in our valley is like the only thing, like the only place in our valley is my city that sells weed.
Well, I know where you're at, Derpy. You can go to like any corner and buy some.
Right.
Oh yeah, Mark Lloyd, he was god awful that year, but he came back.
We better get Will Howard or somebody because I'm really mad right now.
When did he have his appendectomy too? Was that the following year?
Who cares? Wow, Golden.
That was Big Ben. That was Big Ben's fat guy era.
Golden.
Yeah, Golden went to he went to the Packers. Yeah, I told you that.
I didn't see that. My bad.
Oh, my bad.
I'm watching it now. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Fitz. I'm trying to get Trying to get
It's okay.
Derpy
Don't
off
worry
the
about it.
ledge.
You're good. You're good.
Oh my goodness, Finch, you need to put on the hat. It might be
Okay,
worse
yeah,
than
Mark
Mike.
Malone. I thought it was the same year. I just wasn't 100% sure in my inebriated state. Yeah. Big Ben was a machine that year, though. He just didn't let anything hurt him. Finch reporting live from
The basement.
the torture dungeon.
Oh,
Oh,
not that hat. No,
he's
not
going with
that.
the pirate hat. Who's that signed by?
What, Skeens?
Is that? It's backwards. I can't fucking read that.
I'll give you a. Hold on a second.
Cool.
I'll give you a hint. He played for the Pirates up until 1990, and then he left the Pirates and went to another notorious baseball team,
What position?
first base. I'll give you one more clue. You're gonna immediately know. He should have been out. Should have been out.
Fuck you, Sid Bream.
Sid Bream. That's right. That's Sid Bream. I told the story on Two Cranky Jagoffs the other night of how I met Sid Bream. And that's the hat. That's the hat that he signed for me right there. So anybody who thought I was full of shit, there's the hat. And he signed both of his numbers for the Pirates and his number for the Braves. 29 and 13, I believe it was.
Okay. I was wondering why there were two numbers on there. That should have clicked for me.
Isn't that wild? Yeah, that was in 2007, I think it was, when he came into my office. He just walked in randomly looking for somebody else. Yeah. If you want to hear the story, go to the last episode of my show. I tell it pretty close to the beginning of the episode. But it was an adventure. It was something. He was definitely he was nice to me, but I didn't know it was him when I met him. That's the weird thing. I found out a little bit later, and by that time, I was able to get the hat signed through somebody else. They handed him my hat to another guy, and he ran outside and said, "Sid, sign this for Jeff." And Sid signed it for me. So
that's cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, there it is. So I can't wait to wear that for Tim. I had to dig it out. I had it hidden away, literally in my safe, because it's like it's a really cool possession, and I really like it. So it stays in my safe. And I had to dig it out because I wanted to show it to Timmy. So I'll do that this Friday on the show. The new show, Three Gooners.
I love that name, by the way. When you texted me that, I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, I know.
I did not need the Urban Dictionary definition, by the way.
You're right.
I'm chronically online. I'm chronically online for the show, and so it leaks into other things.
Gooning probably has a whole section of its own on one of your favorite websites, I'm sure.
Yeah. Let's. Oh.
But, we added Ryan Harris to the show, Tim's nephew, and so we figured Two Cranky Jags wasn't enough. He's been so good, and he's hilarious. He's a funny and smart kid.
I got a story about him. Derpy, the pick is in.
Let's hear it.
Derpy, are you here? Derpy.
Boo, where's Derpy? Boo.
Oh,
I have nothing on. I just have my phone, so I'm going to go look it up. Yeah.
An Ohio State player is picked, and Derpy's nowhere to be found. Minnesota selects offensive tackle Donovan Jackson.
There you go. All right.
So there
Congratulations to him. Congratulations, young man.
Yeah, going to protect J.J. McCarthy or Aaron Rodgers. Let's see. Houston Texans are on the clock. Oh, my God.
Well, NFL.com, their website's a little behind here. They still got Minnesota's pick is in.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Texans are up next. They need offensive line help. Like, Derpy needs to call the suicide hotline. Oh, they did. Hey! The board said it. I'm just repeating it.
I haven't heard the beep, so it's not like he walked away from his mic. He must have disconnected.
I think he disconnected. I think he's going to cool off. I hope he does. I need Derpy back. I love giving him shit, but I don't.
There he is.
Derpy!
He's alive. He's alive.
I need to become an alcoholic.
So, Derpy, Minnesota is going to select Donovan Jackson. Ohio State.
Good for them. Congrats. You got an Ohio State guy, unlike my Steelers. who despise to take Ohio State players. And
Cam Hayward.
When the last time they won a Super Bowl with the receiver, it was Ohio State receiver. So
Well, I think Santonio Holmes is a much better wide receiver than Mbaka will ever be.
We'll never know because we didn't select him, huh, Mike?
Well, Derpy, we'll never know because we got the stud on the defensive line. Oh, Derpy, did you go to Taco Bell? That's what Tortilla's saying. I need me some bean burritos.
Tortilla would know about Taco Bell.
Derpy taking out his frustration, dry humping his mother's throat, fellas. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Bad, Derpy, bad.
Hey, Derpy, you want to see me use my magical wine bottle opener to open this bottle of wine?
Sure. I wish I had some of it right now.
This is called the Houdini. You ever see one of these things?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, you just put it right on the cork.
What's it not work right?
The battery is low on it, so it might not have the power. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, yeah, Daddy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that cork is broken in half, too. Look at that.
Ooh. Yeah, that is busted.
Nice.
Right out of there.
This is the content you get 2.5 hours into an NFL draft. after our team has selected a non-quarterback and Derpy's threatened to shoot up the entire building.
Red wine.
What kind of red wine? What do we got?
So, my wife's husband is me.
Your wife's husband.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Very progressive over there.
My wife's dad owns a vineyard.
Ooh.
And he grows his own grapes and berries, and he makes his own wine. So I get all this for free. I get all the wine I can drink for the rest of my life. This one here is he wrote Mixed Berry 2018. So what's that? What's that flashlight? Dude, trust me, you do not want that curly thing anywhere near your Johnson.
Don't kink shame.
You do not. Your Johnson will turn into a Derpy if you put this.
Oh my goodness!
If you put it into there, yeah.
The Giants traded up.
Who did?
The Giants.
Oh, they're taking Shador or Jackson Dart. Nice,
Jackson
Derpy.
Dart. It's gonna be Dart, dude.
We're over here talking fleshlights, and Derpy's the fucking news hound.
I was talking about.
They're gonna get Sanders, aren't they?
I don't know. Like, I forget who said it on the board today, but they need a white quarterback because they haven't. They're the only franchise to not start a black quarterback.
Is that true? Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Like, I think like opening day starter. The Giants. I like it.
I hate everything. I'm going to bed.
Oh, Steeler freak. Finchy getting prison wine from his favorite pen pal.
This is way better than
the Giants get him. I'm done.
This is blackberry and raspberry wine.
Oh,
blackberry raspberry mix. Yeah.
It's
sweet. It's very sweet.
Oh, my diabetes be acting up.
It's like almost too sweet. Actually.
My diabetes senses.
It's good, Mike. I'll get you some.
Oh, I'd appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do what they do in prison for wine. I'll give you a firm, hearty handshake with a.
He makes this stuff just for fun. He does it as a hobby, and his basement is just completely full of full bottles of wine. And every time we go over there, he's just handing. He's like, "Dude, take it, please, get it out of my fucking basement," because he's making more.
Exactly. You know what? Yeah, and that's perfect, dude. He's doing it as a hobby, not trying to monetize it and shit. It's crazy.
Monetizing it is a real fucking hassle in Pennsylvania. Let me tell you. Anybody that doesn't know, he looked into it because he makes enough. He has enough on store now. He has
smart enough to, Mark,
probably 300 bottles or so ready to go. He could sell some,
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He just gives it away, and we trade it for things, like he has friends that owns a pizza shop. They'll trade him like a case of wine for a couple pizzas once in a while.
That's
cool
fair.
stuff like that. Yeah, it's totally cool.
It is. Yeah.
What's up?
Jackson Dart to the Giants traded for Dart. Like we mentioned that earlier that they would probably take Dart because their owner's son had a hype video for Jackson Dart ready to go on Insta. It leaked before he could put it private.
No kidding.
Yeah. Looking like Shador is going to fall out of the first round unless the team trades up at the very end to get him.
What if he goes to the third round and the Steelers take him? What if?
The phenomenal value there. Dude is a
I would think so. Yeah, it's a good athlete.
He's a very accurate quarterback. He will sit like that's why he takes a lot of sacks. One is that line was horrendous at Colorado those 2 years, and he's not afraid to move around in the backfield to look for an open receiver. It doesn't have like the strongest arm in the world, but it's good enough for the pros to make all the throws. But my thing is, like, I think he might be a modern day Chad Pennington. And Pennington didn't have the greatest arm, and playing up north, having to deal with the elements, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Even though he plays with he throws with great anticipation. He can read a defense, but I don't know. I think it's the dad factor is scaring
that's what makes you want to hate him, right? Like, I mean, we've all said it. Like, there's a good chance that if you pick Shedeur Sanders, his dad is going to be on the sidelines on Sundays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, I don't mind his attitude. Like, if find me another young athlete that doesn't do stupid shit, but like, he would sit there with his watch, do a celebration.
Do we trade back in?
Teams did it to him, and he was like, you know what? I gotta, I respect that. I'm doing something. They do it back to me. You got to take your wins and your losses.
Sure.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is the dad fatigue.
Yeah, for sure. And Dion has a big mouth, and everybody knows it, dude.
Yeah. And I think the best thing for him would be to get away from Sanders. Show is going to be one of the biggest bust ever. He cannot handle pressure up the gut. He is Will Levis. He has a terrible completion percentage in college. He injury prone out the ass. You're playing in the MAC. Your stats should be so much better than what they are if you're this good of a prospect. He cannot handle pressure at all. Will Howard, on the other hand, can move an offense. I think he's just going to be a game manager. But, I think Howard and Sanders are more or less the same quarterback. I really do. But Show does not do anything for me. He sucks ass. He sucks ass. People get enamored with his size. And, he can throw hard. But he fucking struggled in the MAC. I want to see him deal with fucking Dexter Lawrence running down his face. He couldn't handle it in the MAC. How is he going to handle it in the pros? The dude throws off platform, throws on his back foot like a little bitch anytime there's pressure. Now, Howard, Mark Malone, you talked me into him. I watched more of him. You sold me. Sanders is going to be a modern day Kirk Cousins. He's going to complete you a lot of passes, get a lot of stats, but not win the big one.
I'm just looking back here through some of the chat. I missed.
Oh no, you're good, bro.
I just want to say thanks to the board, man. You guys showed up.
They fucking showed up strong.
I'm seeing all the names. I'm seeing a couple names I haven't seen in a while. Steve M is here.
Yeah.
The Steel, where you been, brother? We got Tortilla's been talking all night. Mark's been talking all night. I see John Edberg. I haven't seen John in a while. Jan, obviously, she's always around.
Yeah, John showed up out of the blue on the board during the show today.
John. Yeah, that's awesome, man. You guys crushed. Now I'm like super happy that I took the time to fucking sit down.
I'm glad you're able to make it,
jump in here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I just got off like a 14-hour day, and my feet are killing me. And I gotta be back at the shop at 8 a.m. And so that means I gotta go to bed soon. But I was really excited that whenever I finally started listening to you guys when I was closing down, we were somewhere around like the 16th pick, and I'm like, man, if I hurry up, I might be able to get home. I literally logged on just as the Steelers made their pick. So I wish I could have got on about 5 minutes earlier because I missed a little bit of Derpy's breakdown. I caught some of it, but because I had it on my phone going while trying to get it to work because I'd never done it on my iPad and I didn't feel like firing up the PC. But good on the board, man. I'm glad you guys showed up.
Oh man, they're showing up strong, man. I love it too, man.
Tell your friends, guys. Tortilla, do you have any nachos?
Any
You got any
alcohol?
burritos that want to come and watch and start commenting? Burrito Jackson, Chalupa Jackson, perhaps. We could use some more.
Oh, chalupa back in the day.
I love me a chalupa.
Anyone
Remember
have
the
any
old
alcohol?
commercials?
No
Derpy, I'm
Ooh.
drinking all the alcohol. I am the liquor's calling the shots right now on my end.
Derpy, you
Oh,
live in Ohio,
Chocolate's traded
bro.
back in.
You live in Ohio.
That's what
Go
I
to the
told
gas
him. Go
station.
get some weed.
Go to the fucking gas station, dude. It's like across the street from your house. You can buy booze there. Get yourself one Mike's Harder Lemonade. 8% alcohol. That's all you need, dude. One of those.
Get a
24
Ford
ounces.
Loco. Get a Ford
That's
Loco.
all you need. Oh, Ford Loco would kill him. But a Mike's Harder, he'd feel pretty good.
Get a Mad. You're in Ohio. Get a Mad Dog 2020.
Don't do it, Derpy. Don't do it. But
Wait
if you do,
a sec. Wait a
get
sec.
the red wine.
Wait, the Falcons are back.
Just traded back in, yeah.
They traded back up.
What the fuck's going on?
Why can't we trade back in? But no, we're the Steelers. We're conservative. We don't do aggressive.
Because you don't mortgage the future.
What future
You
when you don't have
don't
a
mortgage the future
and
to
you
buy
have the
something
worst
flashy
defense that is
today.
old as dirt.
Mark Malone,
You just said our
respectfully
defense is old as
disagree with
dirt?
you on that one.
Yeah.
How can you bitch about our defense be old as dirt and at the same time be bitching that we just drafted one of the top defensive tackles? It doesn't.
I'm just
add up.
salty and upset overall, man. I don't
It
know.
doesn't hold water, bro. Like, gotta get younger guys, so we
But
drafted.
Finch, that's the beauty. But that's the beauty of sports, man. All logic is thrown out the window, baby.
If he's not a beast, they should get rid of Rooney. I don't care anymore.
Boom, 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 boom.
They need to get rid of Rooney. I don't want to mess.
They're not going to get rid of Rooney.
Dude,
well, he's an
Rooney is
idiot.
Pittsburgh,
If what's his name is on a beast, because he's the one that was pushing it besides Cam to draft him.
Oh, derpy.
Nobody else.
I saw a really awesome video on TikTok recently. It was a super cut of a bunch of pissed off fans, like watching the drafts from the last 7 or 8 years. And it would at the bottom of the screen show the player, and then it would show a fan. It'd be like Jalen Hurts. Oh, the Eagles will never ever win again. And then it's like Pat Mahomes, and it's like this little skinny redheaded white dude. He's like, oh my gosh. I've been a Chiefs fan my whole life. They'll never. And it's like it was all these different players, and it's like they had the same reaction that you had.
Atlanta, James Pierce.
I didn't care about Falcons. I just care about talking shit on Derby now. Yeah.
It's worth it.
Talking shit on Derby. That's terrible.
I should record this video, this live stream, and I'm going to cut out all of his reactions. I'm going to do a super cut. It's just 10 straight minutes of everything Derpy says in his whole thing.
I'm boycotting tomorrow.
Sprinkled with beeps.
Take out Rooney and Cam Edwards.
Yeah, Tortilla says the Mahomes ones are the best because some of them are hilarious. I mean, these guys are like crying in their hands.
Well, hold on. I got something I'm going to share here for all the Shuff fans. Watch the interior pressure happen. And underhand into a pick or almost interception.
A show?
Yeah. Like that happens a lot on his interior pressures. He gets
the frame rate on that video was great, by the way. It was like,
hey, that's what is the best. Hey, I had it say.
I thought I was watching 1998 internet for a second. I was like, God damn, we pulling videos from Newgrounds right now? Is that what we're doing?
But that happens a lot on his film, where he makes stupid decisions like that when he gets interior pressure. I'm staying as far as I can away from it.
The Ravens to steal.
I'm staying far away from Shah as far as I can.
Who's on board the Ravens for the Ravens to steal still?
We got cornerback Will Johnson, which would be a great pick for them. Maxwell Harris, Jihad Campbell, the linebacker from Alabama. Mike Green, Jihad Campbell, Mike Green, I would love for them. Will Johnson, I would love for them. Nick Imawari, I would love for them. That would be Ed Reed 2.0 right there. Trayvon Henderson, a running back. Derek, yes, they have King Henry, but how long can King Henry keep going?
King Henry's getting a little up there.
Yeah. And exactly, Tortilla, like whatever quarterback we take would be sitting for a year.
The Ravens need offensive line help, according to this. So let's see who they get.
I don't know if there's any real good offensive linemen that they need. or offensive lineman that they should take right here. I'm taking if I'm the
Yeah, all the
Ravens,
best guys are gone.
building up that secondary. Exactly, Jen. Yes, the AFC
Right,
North and the
exactly.
Steelers fan in me says they need to suck. The Steelers, like the
Drop
football
the
fan in
punter,
me,
Ravens. Do it. Drop the punter.
exactly. Do something stupid. But the football fan in me wants me the football fan in me would like to see them get
Spit it out, Mike.
an awesome defensive player because they're fun to watch when they're in a Ravens uniform. An offensive defensive player. I loved watching Ed Reed play, and I loved going against Ed Reed and beating him. I loved going against Ray Lewis and beating Ray Lewis. I loved watching little Dan Kreider make Ray Lewis his bitch. I love watching Alafanica fuck up Ray Lewis's life.
Dan Kreider might be one of the most underrated Steelers ever.
Dude was
him and Aaron Smith are like two of my all-time favorites.
Yes, dude. Like when people are like, "Oh, Mike Allstott's the best fullback in football," I'm like,
"Hey, no. Mike Allstott's awesome. I love that guy."
But yes,
but Dan Kreider,
he was more of a running back than a full-on fullback.
He wasn't quite the Breezer Allstott.
Dan Kreider was the last true fullback that the Steelers ever had, and he was a fucking beast. I loved him. He was just, because
he drove a few backs to a lot of touchdowns, man. He was the key block on a lot of touchdowns for Mendenhall. You know what I mean? For guys like for the last year of those guys, Willie Parker's another one. You know what I mean? Guys who had a couple really great years with the Steelers, and Kreider was there blocking for those guys. Yeah. And he was great. He was a good player. He should be in the Steelers Ring of Honor. He's not a Hall of Famer or anything.
No, but for what he did to those teams, yes, he should.
Yeah, he was really great, and one of the few really good offensive white players on those teams outside of the quarterback,
right, and the kicker,
Big Dan Kreider fan. I also mentioned Aaron Smith. He was another one. He was a key member of that defensive line.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the flashy numbers. He didn't have the big honking beard and the attitude of a Frank Kiesel. But all those guys have said, and they'll tell you that defense wouldn't have been as good as it was without Aaron Smith. Dude. He was a real rock, man. He didn't miss a lot of football either. He did not get hurt very often, and when he did, he was really hurt.
Yeah, and players from that era too will say Casey Hampton, Aaron Smith.
Yeah,
they hated.
Everybody knows about Big Snap.
But I'm saying
truly great, man.
But I'm saying those guards and tackles hated going up against Aaron Smith. I think he was a 7th round pick. That's when Kevin.
Yeah, he was a very late pick. Yeah,
That's when Kevin Colbert was on his game, and you still had Dan
for the Ravens,
and you still had Dan Rooney on his game too. They knew what was up.
Good times.
All right, Derpy. Let's see who we got here.
I fucking beep, dude. I like how people said that Derpy left the podcast to run across the street to Taco Bell for food. No, he didn't. He can't even climb on a chair to change it back. If he ran anywhere, he went to the front porch to grab the Uber Eats.
It would be nice. It would be nice, but I doubt it.
He ran to the porch to get the DoorDash at the Taco Bell. He was having him some chalupas.
What we got, Derp Dog?
Lay it on me, fella.
Starks. Malachi Starks.
Ooh! Wow!
That's a steal for the Ravens.
That's a guy. Now here's a guy. I sound like Chris.
Now here's a guy
that wasn't forecasted to get until like the 2nd round.
But he's
third round.
He's a stud.
I like that pick. Him and Nick Imawari were the top 2 safeties in the draft. I like that pick for the Ravens. I fucking hate the Ravens, but that's a damn good pick. I like that pick for them. And on that note, I will be back momentarily.
I don't know if anybody's interested, but the Bucks and the Angels are tied at 3 at the end of the 6th.
Hey, I was saying, Derpy's not a Bucko fan. That would be like the only thing to keep him around. There we go, Derpy.
Five games away from 500.
Yeah, Derpy. What if we trade back up to 32 and get Lamar, or not Lamar? Shador.
You know why? Because it won't happen. You lagged out.
Dude, I was about to cut out too. I was about to leave, but I won't leave you hanging, buddy. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. I gotta get
Wait,
up
did he
real
leave?
early.
Did he leave or?
No, I think he got disconnected, dude. He got discoed.
Dang. We might be disconnecting here in a minute.
NFL.com still has pick is in for Baltimore. It's still not like refreshing for some reason. I wonder why.
I
Let's
don't
find a
know,
different
man.
website.
I just want a Super Bowl, man. I'm
That
tired
would be
of.
nice.
I'm just
Not gonna happen this
regardless-
year.
I know it's not gonna happen. I just want a Super Bowl just because of the disrespect of all the fan bases that disrespect the Steelers these days, with the Holmeses and the Lamar Jacksons and all that crap. And it's getting to a point where I'm.
But it's their time too, dude. Like every
I know,
team should
but
have a time. There shouldn't be dynasties anymore. And if there are, they need to be short, tight dynasties. Like these Chiefs, like 3 out of 4, type deals like the Cowboys in the 90s type. Not these 20-year fucking dynasties like the Patriots. We don't want that anymore. And that's what the NFL wants. They want teams to do really well, have a team that has 3 or 4 great seasons where they win multiple Super Bowls, and then they want to see another team come up. And that's called parity, and that's what the NFL wants, and it makes sense. If they're going to invest their money around the entire league and make sure that every team gets an even shot, which is what the NFL does, something Major League Baseball does not do, then they want those investments to bear fruit, right? You want to see those teams in Detroit, those fans in Detroit that are, spending their money in Carolina, Jacksonville. You want to see those teams win, or at least the NFL wants to see those teams win, right? That makes sense. And it's good business for the NFL. You have a good team that stays good for 3 or 4 years, like the Steelers or Chiefs or the Patriots, whoever. People are still going to stay fans of those teams for 10 more years before they get off the bandwagon. Most people are. It's just how it goes. So they're going to buy merch for those teams and all this and that. So why not spread the love so that more teams, more areas, more cities have more merch to sell, more people want to go to the games. That's why parity is good, and that's why you see these things in the NFL. So you can't really be too upset when you see a team like the Bengals or the Ravens take these shots. You know what I mean? You want them. The NFL wants to see those teams win. They don't want to see a team like the Steelers or the Packers or the Cowboys win every single year. It's bad for business for them. Great for us, bad for them.
Exactly. And Tortilla Jackson,
but
yes,
it's fine
all my
Patrick
homies.
Mahomes being the Super Bowl just like Tom Brady, right?
Hey, they win, maybe.
No, they win because of marketing.
No, they
the face of the franchise, face of the NFL.
Why didn't they win this Super Bowl?
Tom Brady didn't win every Super Bowl.
Tom Brady won this Super Bowl. Remember, he called the game. He was the real winner.
He was the real. It was the friends we made along the way.
I didn't make any friends this year in the Super Bowl.
I am nothing to you.
I was your friend before the Super Bowl, bro.
Oh, okay. Good cover.
I don't know what to think. I'm upset.
It's all right to be upset, Derby. That's the beauty of being a fan. We all don't have to agree with everything.
We still don't have a franchise quarterback, and we still think next year's going to be the quarterback for draft class.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind Dart, I wouldn't mind Sanders, but I don't think there's that much of a separation between them and Will Howard. I think Cam Ward has the best shot out of this draft of being a true franchise quarterback.
I agree.
I just don't think the other ones. I think the other ones could be serviceable, but I
what
don't
did
think
the Lions take?
I just don't think they're going to be much better than what we have now.
What did the Lions take?
I don't know.
Who cares?
Fuck the Lions. Exactly. I hate the Lions. I hate their fans. So their needs are apparently wide receiver, guard, center, another edge rusher,
their needs
and
are
linebacker.
Team. That's their needs. Yeah. Super Bowl. That's their needs.
You know.
Oh my God! Why? Derpy does not need post-nut clarity.
I think Derpy does. That's a t-shirt. Derpy does not need post-nut clarity. Write that down. Clip that, chat. Isn't that how the streamers say? Clip that. But yes, Derpy. I think Derpy does need post-nut clarity. He needs to calm down. He needs to go see Peaches or Fanny.
I'm thinking of Derpy with that panda head just busting the fucking nut.
Staring at you with those dead eyes that blink occasionally.
Beep. Boom.
Boom.
See, this is why we should be on ESPN and the NFL Network right now.
Yeah, forget those idiots on ESPN. Forget Jamel Hill and all them. We should be on there for sure.
Yes. Us and Mina Kimes by my
Yes.
side. Oh my God. They took a fucking running back?
Did they take Henderson?
No. Tyleek Raynar, who apparently has 0 overall grade and 0 position rank on PFF.
They took Williams.
That was
No.
Detroit?
Tyleek Williams.
No. Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, because the site I was on tracked the wrong player then. There we go.
Tyleek
Yeah.
Williams.
Okay, there we go. It changed. It updated. I'm like, what the hell was going on? They took a running back no one ever heard of? Like, that would have been a Dan Campbell move.
Trade back in with Washington, please.
Tortilla, I'm sorry. The information I had at the time that said one thing, it was wrong. My bad. I was
Yeah,
ready to
good
rip
one,
the
Mike.
Lions.
Terrible.
I know.
Mike.
I should have verified.
Yeah.
I should have verified. Take away my press credentials. Oh, wait. This is sports media. You can just be wrong and make shit up all the time and have no repercussions.
Alcoholic.
And if somebody says you're wrong, just tell them they're racist.
Because the
Just tell them they're
Steelers
racist.
suck too
No,
days.
You'll
they're-
win every time.
No, they're against the Skullets.
You don't even have a skullet, bro.
I want to torture your
It's
voodoo doll.
flowing and beautiful.
Steelers Right now.
Oh, wow, it is. Anybody ever tell you that you like Cal Gas? I'll bet you get that a lot, actually.
Fuck you.
Can I torture your voodoo doll?
Wonder Boy.
Later, bro. Thanks for stopping by, Steve. Appreciate it, man.
Can I torture your voodoo doll? 'Cause
That
I
is
hate my
not
life
a
right now.
voodoo doll.
See you, Steve. Thanks, Steve. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping in.
It's not a voodoo doll. If
Anyways,
it
I
is-
too have to go, guys. I got to get up really early.
All right,
I'm
Finch.
glad to have stopped in for at least a little
No,
bit.
I appreciate
Glad to
it,
hear
man.
Dorothy Cry. I had a good time.
Thanks, bro.
Time to
I'm
roll.
gonna become an
I'm going to
alcoholic
listen to the rest
for
of the show there. As I'm falling asleep, I'm going to have the headphones
All
on and
right.
listen, all right?
All
I'm
right,
gonna
take
become
it
an
easy.
alcoholic for you, man.
All right, you do it, buddy. Go to the gas station, get yourself some Colt 45s, and knock them back.
Oh, yeah, some 40s
Colt 45,
45.
it works every time.
time.
That's right.
Later, man. In Derpy, we can get you those Colt 45s, some Sex Panther cologne that works 100% of the time, 60% of the time. You're golden, man. Go there.
I hate this team.
So the Detroit Lions take a defensive tackle.
We could have took him too. I would have been happy.
Oh,
no, we're taking an Oregon guy.
Oh, you would have been happy because he went to Ohio State.
Yeah, I would have been happy if he would have took him.
Okay, so you're not mad about the position. You're mad about what school they went to.
Yes.
Okay. Who his 2 highest rated games were against Ohio State, by the way.
Because Ohio State's O-line sucked.
They sucked so bad that they were able to win a national championship.
They still suck.
They sucked so bad they were able to win a national championship. Okay.
No, the reason why they won the national championship is because their defense and Will Howard.
Ah, okay. Not Quinshawn, not
them.
Emeka, who you wanted. So he didn't contribute anything. So the Steelers were right not to get him. Okay. Okay. So we don't want Quinshawn. We don't want Trayvon. Okay, cool.
I want Trayvon. Yeah, I do want Trayvon.
I do want Trayvon. I think he is.
He's the only one I want left. I don't want Quinshawn.
I don't think Judikins is going to fit into what the Steelers run on offense with his own blocking. He's more of that north south.
We got to trade in if we're gonna get Travion.
Yeah. Or I think what they're going to do. What I think they're going to do at running back is get someone like Jaden Blue, Bashful Tootin, BJ Harvey, one of those running backs to be a complement to Jalen Warren.
Ryan Clark, this is crazy. Exactly, Ryan Clark.
This is because he wanted Shedeur Sanders. He's a big Shedeur Sanders guy.
I know.
But Steeler Freak, yeah. I don't know if that's going to make him smile, but I think we're on the right track there, brother.
I want to be an alcoholic because the Steelers have won a Super Bowl in 18 years.
So, Derpy, you would not have survived the 80s. You would not
I
have
would
survived
probably
the
wouldn't have.
90s. No, you would not have survived Mark Malone, Kent Graham, Cordell Stewart, Neil O'Donnell, Jim Miller, Tommy Maddox, and Bubby Brister. You would not have
I
survived
survived a
that
little bit
era.
of Tommy Maddox, but
You would not have survived those quarterbacks. We are so much further along than we were after Terry Bradshaw was forced to retire. And don't forget, Steeler Nation, the greatest fans in the world, cheered when their
who cares if it's Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers
four-time
and Matt
Super Bowl.
McAfee?
Who cares, Derpy? Who cares that the Steeler Nation cheered their four-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, Super Bowl MVP twice, league MVP once? They cheered when he got hurt. Don't forget that. Don't forget that,
These
Derpy.
analysts
Steelers.
try to help us every year to get a. Thank you, John. Thank you. 16 years. And,
Yeah, he
I was
Derpy.
almost 13, 12, 13 or 12 when they last won the Super Bowl.
Derpy would have been Pablo Escobar's number one client, him and the Steelers' offensive line in the 70s. Derpy. You'd be, yeah, yeah. Like this,
It's just
I'm sorry. Like none of these quarterbacks in this draft outside of Cam Ward are going to be your top tier quarterbacks that win you a Super Bowl.
neither are them next year. I guarantee it.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure Arch Manning ain't coming out.
So Drew Aller, who's progressively got better and better every year. Lenore Sellers, Amaleva. None of those guys are
Never
gonna.
heard of any of them.
Never heard of any of them. So
Nope.
therefore, you don't know what's coming down the pipeline.
Don't care. Don't heard. Never heard of names. So.
Okay, so you'd rather take a guy who would be two guys that would be in this draft borderline first, borderline second. In next year's draft, third, fourth round talent. Okay, all right, cool. Like just because we need a quarterback doesn't mean we take a quarterback. That's what hurt us with Kenny Pickett.
You're right.
You got to keep that in mind. Like build
Watch
out.
KC get Trevion Henderson. Guarantee it.
That would be a great move for KC, but also offensive line, defensive
I'll
line
be
would be a good move
pissed.
for them as well for KC. Um,
I'll be
let,
pissed if that
let,
happens.
okay, let's see. All right, we're all right.
Cornerly.
My God, these picks are taking forever.
Josh Connerly, Oregon offensive tackle.
Wow. Um.
He's not very high.
No. He's 30th overall ranked, so that tracks where they took him. You still got what Josh Simmons, but he was injured, wasn't he, Derpy? He had the ACL tear. Then above him is Zabel, the dude from North Dakota State. Then Cordley. So like he's picked right where he should have been, like projection wise and talent wise and overall wise. You know, and so it sounds about right for them. That's a good pick for them. You know, invest in your own line to protect your franchise quarterback. You know, Jaden Daniels, beast. Yeah, because you got what they traded for what Tunsil at left, and then yeah, this cat should Tunsil in, just not to start but compete for that right tackle spot. Good pick. Good pick. O line, D line, Derpy. Build your lines. Games won or lost in the trenches.
Buffalo takes Trevion Harrison. Guarantee it.
Don't they have Delvin Cook, or is he?
I don't know. I'm just pissed.
That's all right, Derp. Dude, trust me, dude. Derpy, I may be laughing at you, but trust me, I was there when we took Lawrence Timmons, when we took TJ Watt. You know, all these guys that I was not a big fans of. The one I hated the most was Jarvis Jones because he had spinal stenosis, and that's what kept Stone Cold Steve Austin from wrestling the way he did. So yeah. Ooh, tortilla, good call. Corner, right from Ole Miss. That would be a good pick. That would be a good pick. They got to rebuild that secondary. They lost a lot of guys.
I can't believe the draft's almost over. Well, at least the
The
first.
the first round, and don't forget, man, like Derpy, there's
We don't.
still
We don't have. We don't have it the second round, so I don't want to hear it. I don't want to.
Derpy. We can always trade back up into the second. We have draft capital next year that we can use because we are going to get at worst two fourth round compensatory picks, maybe even a third round compensatory pick. We can use draft capital from next year if they see a guy that they identify. They can trade those picks up into this draft class. So don't be salty, Derpy. It's a long process that you have to let play out. And don't forget, wide receiver was a need. We were talking about taking a wide receiver in round one. We got DK Metcalf. Yes, we had to give up a second round pick for him, but what second round pick is going to give you what DK Metcalf's going to give you over the next 4 to 5 years at wide receiver? Who in the second round is going to give you that kind of production?
The three most hated teams in the NFL right now are up next.
Dude, Steeler freak that you're right. Omar Khan has to clean up what Kevin Colbert did. Kevin Colbert's last 4 drafts, maybe even 5, were not that good. After that TJ Watt draft, like Terrell Edmonds, I in retrospect wasn't a bad first round pick. He was a
He wasn't.
productive plus starter for a long time. People that you missed out on. Oh, we missed out on Lamar Jackson. Was he going to sit that long behind Big Ben? No. But that Edmonds pick turned out to be a good pick. He was a productive player. And I'm just going to highlight this because someone said I did a good job.
Good job. Okay.
Tortilla, I would love to trade back in with the Eagles. Yeah, can Andy Weedle, he came from there. He learned under Howie Roseman. Will they give us a discount on that first round pick?
That would be nice.
Do we say, hey, we'll give you next year's second, this year's third for that pick? Yeah, you would miss out on the third round pick, but you get double dip in the first rounds. I never watched Entourage, by the way. Is it good? Is it worth it? I'm looking for anything to binge watch right now. Can we spoil the pick, Derpy?
Who cares?
Oh, come on, Derpy. Don't give me that. Who cares? You're amped up. It's the NFL draft.
Nope.
Derpy, you were me. You're me 10 years ago. You're me. You're me.
I'm boycotting.
You're me 20 years ago, my friend. This is your future, buddy, when you turn 44.
Pretty much, probably.
Fat, bald, red-faced, drunk on a podcast.
Let's go. I hate you, Bill. Whatever your freaking name is.
Dude, are you making fun of the Make a Wish kid, Derpy?
No. Because I'm kind of a Make a Wish kid.
Ooh. I think I have that in my Netflix queue. Good call, Tortilla. Good call.
And he wants them to win the Super Bowl, which will never happen.
You know me so well, my friend. You know me so well.
You'll be dead before it happens.
God damn, Derpy!
And even if you die, you'll probably win it.
Who'd they take?
Who? Oh, they took the corner from Kentucky.
No. Wow. Will Johnson keeps sliding down. Damn. He was a what? I think he was a borderline first, top or the second round corner. Good pick.
I don't even know what I want to do. I just don't know
Double O
anymore.
Seven. That was Kevin Colbert's last pick. Uh,
The
yeah.
last
Oh
good pick that I liked was Najee Harris, and look where he
no,
went.
that was a terrible pick. We could have had Creed Humphreys twice
I'd
that
rather
draft.
have Najee Harris.
I'd rather have Creed Humphreys, a cornerstone center,
Najee
and
Harris.
then Najee Harris
Oh,
sucks.
we got a trade. KC's trading.
But anyway, yeah, a 007. That was Omar Khan became GM right after the draft. Everything that happened before
Philly
was
traded
Kevin
up
Colbert.
one.
Derpy. I'm speaking real quick.
How does that make sense?
They flopped a spot. But yeah, that was a Kevin Colbert pick, and that's probably why Omar Khan got rid of him. GMs tend to want their own guy at the quarterback position. Man, Derby, the first round's almost over. I'm ready to keep going, bro. I don't know about you.
Wouldn't this be Will Johnson?
For the Eagles coming up,
Yeah, because they just traded with KC up one pick.
yeah. But fucking like this cat, man, you probably could have got him at the top of the second round. But Will Johnson keeps falling. That's crazy. Uh, Eagles. Do they go wide receiver? Like rebolster the O line? It's funny. PFS says one of their needs is corner. I think they got the market cornered
Pick
on
is in.
cornerbacks.
Thank God. Thank God. I'm going to the Buffalo Bills. It's cold as shit.
I get to hang out with Josh Allen.
Yeah. It's
He's like, I
overrated
got
as shit. Because he's in the Buff. He's with the Buffalo
oh,
Bills.
the Eagles draft Jihad Campbell.
Oh.
That is such a Howie Roseman move. Just wait for a guy to fall. Again, PFF, take it for what it is, but he's the number 13 player on the board, and the Eagles get him at 31. Again, like Tortilla Jackson says, let the draft come to you. Oh, I had high hopes for Devin Bush, especially after that rookie year. They're like, oh, this cat can play.
Watch Cleveland get Shador.
Then he blows out his knee, then starts liking cat videos of them getting murdered on Twitter. Whew. Yeah, Devin Bush had potential, but man, he up here, man, $1 million talent, 10-cent head.
What does KC get? Who knows? Who cares?
It shouldn't be
Draft
much.
sucks.
But Jihad Campbell to the Eagles, that was a phenomenal pick by Howie Roseman.
Yeah, it's all right. We get a mid defensive tackle, and they get top 10 players, but it's fine.
Hey, we get a Stephon Tuitt, Javon
He ain't gonna
Hargraves,
be a Stephon Tuitt. There's no way.
Cam Hayward type player at 21. Yeah, let's pitch him out about that.
Cameron Hayward isn't even that good either.
I'm not a big Cam Hayward fan, but in his prime, Cam Hayward was a phenomenal defensive player. Just couldn't show up in the playoffs. Great regular season player. You cannot take that away from Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, Stephon Tuitt, Javon Hargraves. Well, Javon Hargraves showed, at Philadelphia that he's a great playoff player. But yeah, no, you can't deny how disruptive and how great that front three was of Hargraves, Tuitt, and Cam Hayward. Up until the playoffs, they were great. hopefully Harmon can actually be a playoff performer.
I wish I had some alcohol right now.
No,
I
you
could
don't,
pass
Derpy.
out.
Look at me. My face is
And
flushed.
gaze upon his beauty. The voodoo doll. He's touching the voodoo doll. He's violating the voodoo doll. There's no mic. Mike, you're muted. Are you muted or something? I don't hear you.
We can hear
There we go.
we can hear that fire alarm. But no, like Artie Burns, another one of those cats, man. Decent rookie season. Thought he had potential. Like didn't his parents die and he ended up having to raise like his brother, brothers and sisters. He's still in the league though, man. But he never lived up to that hype as a first round pick. We had what Artie Burns round one, Sean Davis round two. You thought, oh man, we got our corner, we got our safety. Both had pretty good rookie years, but then after that, it was just downhill after that. It seems like defensive back is the hardest thing for the Steelers to ever develop. For every Rod Woodson, Carnell Lake, Darren Perry, Troy Polamalu, Ike Taylor, you have Rod Woodson. There's a bunch of bust along the way. And real quick, Ike Taylor, if he could catch a football, would be a Hall of Famer. He was just as good as Darrelle Revis, but Revis was able to intercept the ball, whereas Ike Taylor was not. Ike Taylor shut down all the top end wide receivers in the league. Same thing that Revis Island did, but Revis Island was able to catch the ball and Ike Taylor was not. I will die on that hill that Ike Taylor is a Hall of Fame player. He does not have the interceptions to back it up, but go watch Ike Taylor play and shut down every elite receiver in the NFL.
First comment on an Instagram for a jersey of Derek Harmon. You know what it says?
What does it say, Captain Optimism?
Ain't nobody buying that shit.
I'm buying that shit because I understand the importance of the trenches, baby.
Nobody's buying that shit.
I'm buying it. I am buying it all day, every day. And to the diehards still sticking around,
Oswell for QB 2025.
I salute you. Yinzer fans are the biggest bunch of babies I have ever seen in my life. We all cry. We cry. We didn't win a Super Bowl. Did we win some games? Did we have fun along the way? Yeah. Championships are great, but they're fucking hard to get. Enjoy the winning seasons while they're here. I'm sorry. I'm off my soapbox. Jihad Campbell. Again, Howie Roseman following Tortilla Jackson's advice, letting the draft come to them. That's the way you do it. That's a great pick, though. I like that pick. Finch. I don't even. Oh, yeah, about the Derek Harmon shirt. I was like, when did I say I'm buying it? The alcohol has taken over at the 3-hour and 24-minute mark. I don't know what I'm saying. What I say cannot and will not and should not be used against me in the court of law or on the podcast ever again. 'Cause I'm just here vibing, having some fun, talking football with my friends. And Jihad Campbell, oh my lord, he's a beast. Derpy,
Beep.
Derpy. The first round is almost over. Will the Chiefs take Will Johnson? Let's answer Tortilla Jackson's question.
They'll take Luther something.
Ooh, Luther Burden the second.
Yeah,
That would be a really good pick for them.
because
Really
they
good.
have more speed to their offense.
Yeah, and with not knowing what's going on with who was it, Rasheed Rice,
Yep.
and they still have Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice. You don't know about Xavier Worthy, who showed some stuff. I think Burden would be a great pick, but also a cornerback would be a good pick as well. You still have Trent McDuffie, Christian Fulton on the other side. Will Johnson wouldn't be bad.
This is why the
Yeah,
Steelers have
yeah,
to get in the
yeah.
next.
Tortilla, yeah. The top end of the draft's kind of easy to guess. It's like once you get to this point, whew, it's a crapshoot.
And the third round to start already because I'm not waiting for the second round.
Yeah, that would make them dangerous. So that's why I'm thinking Burden might be their guy. I'd fucking take him right now. I'd be running up to the podium.
Ooh, they went
What?
tackle.
Josh Simmons, nice pick. That's not bad. Not bad. Not a bad pick at all. I like it. What got Jawan Taylor at right tackle, Jalen Moore at left. Good pick. Good pick by them. Um, again, build the trenches. They saw what happened in the Super Bowl. They weren't able to pass block, run block. It was a good pick. I like that. It's a smart pick. And I don't think he's going to have to start right away. I think he can rehab and come along and eventually be a starter halfway through the way the Steelers brought a long Broderick Jones. Smart pick by Kansas City. Damn. Derpy. Derpy. Let's wrap up this first round. I know how you feel about the Steelers pick.
Mid.
How
Disappointment.
how do you feel overall about how the first round went? As a
Everyone,
football fan, as a fan of the
everyone
NFL,
got what they wanted.
but the Steelers, but Derpy,
But the Steelers.
everyone but Derpy got what they wanted.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, Derpy, there's 32 other fan bases out there, and there's a segment of the population going, "Why the fuck did we take this guy?" Just like you. Just remember that. And exactly, Tortilla, the
Amen.
Bears still suck.
Amen, Tortilla.
But no, this was fun. Like I said, man, I appreciate everyone who came out. The first time we've done a full live draft reaction thing here.
You're
I
welcome
probably
for
said,
my.
I
For
probably
my
said some
rant.
stupid stuff, but this is how I would react normally during the draft. And I figured, you know what, it would be a fun way to spend the draft with the board, who we talk to day in, day out, every day. See Mike in his natural habitat when a game's on or when the draft's on. Yeah, I thought that was fun. I really do appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. And yeah, I'm surprised too that Shador fell out of the first round. Figured a team would take a chance on him. I don't think he gets past the Browns at 33.
Yeah, I think they take him.
I think they take him at 33, or there's a big ass bidding war again. If I'm the Browns, I listen to that bidding war and I take a look to see who's available. And real quick, let me refresh this page real quick. Because the Browns pick next. The best available player is Nick. According to this is all to ESPN and Mel Kiper Jr. The next best available player is go overall here. You got cornerback Will Johnson, which they can use. Edge rusher Mike Green, which they can use. Safety Nick Imorue, which they can use. You go down the sixth best player available, Trayvon Henderson, and a 3-down running back, which if I'm the Browns, I stay there and I take him. I say, screw the quarterback position. We'll wait till next year. And I take him. all day, every day. I think he might be the most complete running back in the draft. Genty might be the more explosive back, but Henderson he can run, he can catch, he can block. That's who I would take if I'm the Browns. There, unless someone again offers me a haul to go up to get someone like a team who won Shador Sanders. I Browns have a lot of options there. They really can't go wrong picking like the top 6 players available. What would you do, Derpy, tomorrow if you were the Browns?
Draft Trevion Henderson.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, everyone who showed up. 007, Finch, Steve, Fuel the Steel, Steeler Freak, Mark Malone,
Or Dylan Sampson.
Jen showed up. My God, we had a lot of people show up. I appreciate each and every one of you. We will see you all tomorrow again at 11:15, 11:30. You know us. We show up when we show up. Appreciate it. Derpy.
I'm boycotting it tomorrow. I'm not showing up tomorrow.
Okay, Derpy, I respect that. But yeah, everyone on the board, man, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you once again for tuning in. See you tomorrow, guys, man. Hey, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
I don't know
Good night.
anymore.
Good night, everyone. Good night.